Hi, chat. Hello. You want me to Becky chat? Hello. Sunny, thank you so much for the 10 months. 10 months? Thank you very much for the 10 months. That's a long time. Thank you. Appreciate it. Laid back Ginger, thank you for the 4 months. Thank you. I'm going to sneeze. I'm about to sneeze. Oh man, I've got that sneeze thing. You know the sneeze thing where like you need to sneeze, but you ain't, it's not doing the thing. Why the fuck? Wait. No, I can't. It's literally not happening. Guys, help. It'll hit me randomly later on. We're doing the longbooks today. I've done longbooks. I am basically trying to finish all the books today. So there'll be some longbooks today, I'm assuming, because I need to finish those. Let me get my notes up. Hold on. Think about tropical fish. Is that a thing? Huh? That's a thing? How many got left? Not many. Hold on, I'm trying to get to the right amount. But hi! Spontaneous combust. Is that what happens if you keep a sneezing for too long? Is that how this works? Hello. A thing is being so confused that it goes away. Well, I guess it's kind of gone. Hello. Well, look at this shirt that I got. I went to London yesterday. I saw the Book of Mormon. It's very good. I've seen it before. I saw it again. It's very good. Look at this shirt. Fish. It's a big soy sauce. And it's got little people in it. Swimming in the soy. I want to be there. I want to go to there. I want to swim in the soy sauce fish. It's so cute. I literally walked past a shop that was selling them. And I was like, oh, I must. So I took like a hard left turn. You'll die of carbon dioxide poisoning. But it'll be worth it because I'll be swimming in soy sauce. Why are they drowning? They're not drowning. They're swimming. Well, I don't know, actually. Now you've said that. Now you said that, I don't know. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're actually drowning. Oops. Funky t-shirt. Yay. How we doing, gamers? Is that Twitch jacket? It is. Yeah, I got this. Oh, God. It was a TwitchCon a while ago. Ads are going to start in 20 seconds, by the way, guys. And then once you're back, I will add watchers when you're back. I will tell you about what we're doing today. We're basically doing a take 2 of the stream I was trying to do the other day, but could only get an hour into because my internet went out. We're going to hope that doesn't happen again, but who knows? Who knows? Haha. Oh, God. Where's my playlists? There we are. There we go. Matches my headphones. It does. Yeah. I put it on because it matches the people. The people, little pink people. And it's the same pink. That was my guess. Didn't even get a Roz death. I know, right? I've seen that she has since she had a little in another death, but she blew up and it was kind of a lag based. I don't know. I'm aware that there was another death, but I think it's been put back. Caitlin, thank you for the 18 months. Thank you, Caitlin. I hope you're good. I hope you're good. But yeah, I went to London yesterday. Had a nice evening. I saw the Book of Mormon with my husband and our friends, and it was very good, very funny. Good stuff. I love musicals. I need to go see more musicals, I've realized. When I watched, I was like, man, this is so fun. I love watching this. I love watching these people being really good at what they do. You know what? I haven't actually seen Les Mis on the West End, and it's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite musicals. I've seen it. I've only seen the musical itself once, but it was when I was a kid. But yeah, I feel like I should go and because like as we were walking around in the West End, it was the amount of musicals we walked past, like the amount of plays and musicals. I was like, I should be going to more of these because you can get tickets for pretty cheap. I haven't seen Wicked. I saw that the Hades Town one as well. Apparently, I've heard that's really good. So I'm looking to go to that. Les Mis at some point. Yeah, no, I've seen Wicked the movie. I have not seen the musical. I just never got around to seeing it. So. But yeah, no, there's a lot there. I want to see Matilda the musical as well. I haven't seen that. I've seen the movie. But yeah, so I don't know. It just made me want to go back to the theater. I was like, I could do that. I live an hour away from here. I could do that. That's not hard. I should. culture, you know, experience culture more. Ads as right, there we go. The ads have just started on my end anyway. So hello, subscribers, hope you're good. Matilda is really good. And like the movie was essentially the musical. Obviously I want to go see it on an actual stage, but yeah, very good, very good. Yummy ads. Watching Wicked the musical is a spoiler now. Yeah, it is. That's the other thing, is like I'm not sure if I actually want to go and watch Wicked the musical, because now I've watched one of the movies, which is half of it, and I'm like, I'll just know the ending then. And I'm like, do I want to watch the musical as the main thing? I don't know. Just leave halfway. You know, oh my god, yeah. And while we sat down Book of Mormon, and we deliberately got seats pretty close to the front, because I was like, I'd like to sit near the front. And these seats, you know, they're not cheap seats. And somehow the 3 seats in front of us were empty. The people that had booked them just didn't come and sit in them. I don't know how. There was like a bunch of seats, like in the stalls near the front, and there was just 3 people that just didn't turn up. I'm like, that's money. Did you move forward? No, because there was 4 of us, but 3 seats missing, so one of us would have had to stay sat behind, which I feel like would be a bit weird. We wanted to sit next to each other, but it was good as well to sit behind empty seats, because you get a better view, because no one's directly in front of you blocking your view, you know. I didn't watch the Wicked movie because I want to see the actual musical first. That is really valid. You know, the Hamilton is another musical I've never seen. I've never even watched any of it. The only Hamilton I know is where people started singing it in karaoke once, which was crazy. And it was like this weird cult because everyone knew it. And I was like, because I deliberately haven't listened to the soundtrack for Hamilton, because I like to go and see a musical first before I listen to all of the soundtrack, or, you know, exceptions for if there's a musical movie or whatever for it. Apart from its constant singing. I mean, that's most musicals. All I know from Hamilton is Miku Binder, and that is such a specific thing, a niche thing, that I also understand what you mean by that, but oh my god. But yeah, it's by walking around, we're watching Hamilton in English class right now. Half of us can't even speak English fluently. What I do know about Hamilton is that because like Lin-Manuel Miranda like writes such rapid lyrics. That must be so difficult if you don't speak English. Like I can barely understand it. Oh my god. It's constant singing. Well, yeah, I mean, you know. Explanation, please? No. No, you can find out. But yeah, so walking around the West, and I was like, that's something I should go and do more. I think if I can, you know, get the money for it, and if I have the money to go. But I've like, you know, you can look at it, and it's like some musicals, you can get pretty cheap seats if you book in advance or you book a daytime viewing or whatever. Definitely recommend Hamilton. I will be going to see it at some point, yeah. Reno, thank you so much for the 9 months. Back again. Congratulations on your sub, baby. It's excellent work. Well done. But yes, welcome back, ad watchers. Nice to see you. Hello. Yes, so where's my music? Oh, it is there. It's just quiet as hell. What the fuck? So the plan today is to do what I was planning to do the other day, which was to finish up the community books. We have about 40 or so left to do. I tried to do this, and I basically ended up hanging around with Roz and Amy for a while, and then my internet started messing up. As a pre-warning, it has not been fixed. It could well mess up again today. I'll do the same thing. I will stream until it starts messing up. I'll give it a few minutes. If it doesn't fix within a few minutes, I'll have to end stream early again. But I'll try and give you guys as much as I can until that point. There's an engineer coming back on Thursday or Friday, and I will be cornering him and asking him what the hell's going on. So I'm hoping that, fingers crossed, we'll just get to the end of all of these, because I'd like to be finished with this wave. I will be reopening the form again, but I'm going to leave it a little bit, give myself a chance to sort of like have a little break from it, and also set the form up to be a bit more strict on what we are and aren't allowed. And it's also going to be a short amount of time, just to capture anyone that has got here late and like wants to submit something that they've written. Just give you a chance to do that. So server has been lagging on its own. That's fine. It's more whether it's on my end or not, but I have more tracking and tools to help me figure out what's going wrong on my side, so it's an easier thing. It was weird the other day because my stream was fine for ages, but the server was lagging, but anyway, whatever. But yeah, I will be opening it again, but I'm just gonna it's gonna be a bit more of a structured thing, because like last time I sort of got it out quite hurriedly. Oh, it's just me online again. Alone again. All alone again. Reverse jinxing. Ah, yes. You're manifesting the opposite. I see the gambit that you're running here. Okay. Let me see where we actually got to. Hold on. I think it was just this. Yeah, I don't think we got any done yet last time, which is hilarious. I set it all up to be done, and then I didn't actually get any done. I'm trying here. I'm trying. Okay. Let me grab all of these. Actually, if there's 22, they're already full. 22. 22. 22. I've got 2. Oh, yeah, I was reading the long ones and I didn't get to all of them. That's what I was doing. I was like, no, because there was something that stopped me getting to the list, and it was because there was long ones. I remember now. Where's the white box? Oh, that's weird. Huh. Love all the different color books. Oh, they're so cool. I'm excited to like properly get those different colors down. This one. So that one's these are the long ones that I didn't get to. Okay. We're gonna these are the long books I didn't manage to read because I was reading them yesterday and then, no, the other day, and I got interrupted. And then it started lagging before I could get back to them. Now we're gonna try and do it again. Okay. All right, next one is Indo Folktales 1 by Cups X available. This one is one of the longer ones from before. This here, so it's Indonesian folktale apparently that has been translated. I included it because it's still original to the extent that it's been translated, and also cool to have like a different culture's folktale in the library. I think that's kind of sick. Let me put my lo-fi on because it helps me not get distracted. Another Indonesia. Oh, sick. Somewhere. Let's keep the lo-fi on. Yeah, this is Cups X available. Sorry, I need to drink water again. Alrighty. Okay. Garlic and onion. Once upon a time, there was a mother who had 2 daughters. They were named Garlic and Onion. Garlic and... Tag yourself, I'm Garlic. Garlic and Onion were vastly different from each other. Garlic was kind, diligent, helpful, and generous. Meanwhile, Onion was selfish, lazy, arrogant, and often acts like their mother who played favorites. Okay, well, the house chores always get done by Garlic. Meanwhile, Onion and their mother relaxes and enjoys the food that Garlic made. Even so, the kind-hearted Garlic never complained. Thank you for the hype train, guys. Appreciate it. One day... Oh, I got a hype chest. Cool. One day, while Garlic was washing their clothes by the river, the current took away their mother's favorite shawl. Oops. Garlic was terrified of getting kicked out of the house for losing the shawl. Damn, their mother's horrible. So Garlic went down the river and asked everyone she met on the way about the shawl. She stopped when the river led her down into a cave, and she was more surprised when she found out an old lady is living in the cave. Garlic asked the old lady about the shawl, and the old lady knew where it was, but will only give it back if she helped out with cleaning the cave. Garlic, who always did all the chores in her house, gladly accepted the terms. After cleaning, the old lady was very pleased with Garlic's work, and when Garlic permitted to leave in the evening, the old lady returned the shawl and offered 1 out of 2 pumpkins on the table. The 2 pumpkins had different sizes, one small and one big. Okay. Garlic didn't want to be selfish and picked the small pumpkin to bring home. Garlic followed the river back home, and when she arrived, their mother and Onion were furious with her for coming home so late. Even angrier when Garlic explained what happened and brought home only a small pumpkin. Their mother took the pumpkin out of her hands and threw it on the floor. But when it's cracked open inside of it, there was gold, gems, and jewelry inside. Their mother and Their mother and Onion admired the contents of the pumpkin for a moment before getting angry at Garlic again for bringing a small pumpkin home. What the hell? There's shit in there. There's good shit. Their mother sent Onion instead to lose a piece of clothing on the river and arrived at the cave where the old lady lives. The old lady said the same thing, except instead of agreeing like Garlic, Onion demanded the bigger pumpkin. The old lady gave in to her demands and gave her the pumpkin. Onion joyfully went home with the pumpkin and presents the pumpkin to their mother. They eagerly crack open the pumpkin, and when the pumpkin opened, inside there was no gold or jewelry inside, but snakes and spiders. They ran away with fear and realized their awful behavior. So coming back to Garlic, they both apologized and promised to fix their behavior. Garlic, the ever-kind girl, forgave them both. Garlic, girl. Come on. Back yourself. Garlic, come on. Garlic, you're too nice. Ever since then, Garlic and her family lived happily together. And then I included this note at the end. Shout out to the people from Real. I don't have to say this. Folktales from Indonesia never really have an official author. No one knows where the stories come from aside from the general location. Oh, that's cool. Thank you for the Indonesian folktales. Cups, appreciate that. I thought that was very cute. Garlic, speak up. Garlic, you're a girl boss, Garlic. Come on. Take your gems and leave these leeches, man. Leave these nasty leeches. One of the most famous folktales. They made a shitty soap opera after. That's so cool. That's so fun. Okay, this one's Bad Luck Enigma by Eau de Fromage, which is like a cheese smell. Garlic, oh no. Okay. But you have a similar tale in France, really? Oh, that's so cute though. I've never heard of them. Hello Daisy, what's up? Okay, next one. Bad Luck Enigma. There once was an enigma that never wanted to be solved. It tried everything in its power to conceal its ugly truth through beautiful deception and sweet lies that never meant to hurt anyone but itself. It was akin to painting sparkly nail lacquer onto bleeding cuticles. Ooh. Wearing discontinued lip gloss even though its luster wore off years ago. Longing for the ignorance of the past because the only thing knowledge has done to turn pure beings into sinful monsters. Of course, with any good enigma, became a traveler desperate to solve it, to see through the carefully crafted facade and uncover what lies beneath. The enigma begged and pleaded to remain unsolved, warning that the solution the traveler was so desperate for would leave them disgusted at what it had hidden. So I'm trying to read it, hold on. However, the traveler was determined, resolute in understanding what the enigma and what was and what it desired to remain unseen. And after many attempts, the traveler had discovered the enigma's secret. The demonic truth it tried so desperately to never see the light of day was laid bare to the traveler. Yet despite the enigma's warnings, the traveler couldn't help but find its solution to be as breathtaking as the mystery it shrouded itself in. The traveler wanted to ask the enigma why it had gone to such lengths to hide its truth, but the enigma was gone. All that remained was a diamond ring, a fraction of the enigma's true beauty, resting in a bed of lilies of the valley. It's common for scholars that hear this tale to focus on the motives behind the traveler's pursuit for knowledge or the enigma's purpose in the traveler's story. However, it's those who have been an enigma themselves that wonder where the enigma had run off to. Perhaps it ended up in this very realm, awaiting the next unlucky victim that wishes to understand it better despite its hidden, uncanny features. Maybe this time she'll let that traveler in, despite her better judgment. Oh, that's cool. If you don't know what an enigma is, by the way, it's like a puzzle or like a kind of unknown thing. It's just another word for that kind of thing. Some kind of puzzle or paradox. If you wanted the context on that, but thank you, Eau de Fromage, for that one. Appreciate it. Oh, you're sick? Oh, I'm sorry. Look after yourself. Very cool, very cool. Okay, next one. This one's by Haggle. Hello, Haggle. Haggle's here, I guess. This is called Wagyu Tombout. Like, what are you talking about, right? Like, what are you talking about? Okay. Haggle, this is Haggle Slag's one. We'll sit down for this one. It's long, it's on the long side, but it's good. I know it's good because I pasted it already. Okay. It's the last day of your life. He left you a note on the fridge. You won't see it coming. That's mean, you think. You open the door to look at what you can scrounge up for what could be your last meal on planet Earth. Empty milk carton, 2 eggs, blackened to hell banana, that's it. You have shin ramyun in the cupboard. That would be nice with a fried egg. Wait, no, poached. Fancy. Are you kidding me? This can't be your last meal. You should at least make an effort for that. Your walk to the supermarket is anxious. Understandably, he was really mean for leaving that note. Now you're always waiting for it. Can't think of anything else. You've been on the other end too many times, though. Surely you will in fact see it coming. He's not that much better than you. What should you make for your last meal? A5 Wagyu? Why not? Never had it. The sides? Can California rolls be a side? You can do whatever you want. It's your last meal. Who else would you happen to meet at the sushi fridge other than your old flame? It's been too many years. You give her an awkward hey. She's still as beautiful as ever. Her hazel eyes look up at you, that smile that lights up the world. Hey, it looks like she's happy to see you. You didn't part ways with her on the best terms. She had gotten with someone else before you could pluck up the courage to shoot your shot. You got bitter with her, even though she was your friend. Of course she would have the grace to forget all that. Sad. You two catch up while going on with your shopping. You learn that she has a job on Broadway like she always dreamed of. You also learn that she's single now. This is your chance. You have to tell her how you feel. What's there to lose? But well, if she reciprocates, then you're hitching her up with the dead. That's not very nice. Still though, it just wouldn't be right if you didn't tell her. Hey, what's up? ... What do you think goes well with A5 Wagyu and a California roll? It's the afternoon now. You completely botched your last meal. The A5 Wagyu is completely burnt on the outside while totally raw on the inside. You broke the bottle of soju she recommended and 2 cockroaches got inside your sushi container. Oh no. You completely and utterly foobarred your last meal. How could you do this? As you sit and eat As you sit and eat the blackened banana, it's perfectly fine on the inside. You start thinking about your life choices. Your last big life-changing choice. You just had to do the right thing, didn't you? After your whole violent life of sin, you decide to be altruistic. Why? Why after all this time? Like it would have saved your soul. It was for the best you never got with her. You would have dragged her down to your level. But even someone like you still deserves to have your last meal be good. Screw cooking. Use all the money you have left for a nice expensive meal at a fancy restaurant. You could even invite her to share it with. Haha, yeah, right. She said yes to dinner. You're so excited you don't even think about how it's bad to go all out on a fancy restaurant for the first date. It should be casual, right? Coffee or drinks or ice cream. You put on your best clothes and you head out. On the way, you buy the biggest bouquet of roses you've ever seen. It's late in the day. The sky shines a soft orange color. You see her in the street corner bathing the golden hour. She's stylish as always, but in casual clothes, you're definitely overdressed compared to her. You can see it. She's reacting to what you're wearing and raising her eyebrows. Now she's laughing. Good job. Well, none of that matters. This is the last supper. It's now or never. You have to tell her that you love her. Suddenly, that orange sky turns dark. Did the sun set? You look around you and it's as if all the color in the world disappeared. Everyone is frozen, complete stasis, including you. You can't hear a thing, total silence. You can't move or close your eyes. You're stuck in this frame looking at her. You remain absolutely fully conscious, but you can't do anything. So this is what happens when you die? You feel an intense terror for a long while. Does this last for eternity? Is there another end after this where you go to hell or get reincarnated or your consciousness goes dark? Maybe this is hell. You have no idea how much time has passed, but you've calmed down. Now that you know what happens when you die, you start thinking about all the other ways there are to die and what other people's final frame of life is. It could definitely be worse. It could definitely be way worse. You get to look at the only love of your life forever. You're one of the lucky ones. Her happy face, even if she is laughing at you, it's a nice thing to see. Damn, you never told her. Oh, that's so sad. That's so sad, man. What the heck? That's so sad. Haggle, that's really good. That's really good. That was really good, Haggle. I really liked that. That's so sad, though. What the hell? What the hell? Haggle, you're supposed to be you're funny. You're supposed to... you're supposed to do a funny. That's really good. Love that so much. Big fan of it. Thank you, Haggle, for this one. Thank you for submitting, and it was very lovely. But really sad also. What the heck? What the heck? I'm gonna grab the other boxes and we'll go and carry on pasting, I guess. So good but so sad. Doesn't the worst case scenario for what happens when after death. You just get stuck in the last bit. But that's so sad. Okay. Let me see. That's full. So that one's full. Full, full, full. Full, full. I need another white shulker box, I think. And I've got the meta one, and then this one that's just started, and then this one. These are Realm, but I need a white one. Do I have any shulker boxes kicking around, or am I using all of them now? Because I'm not well equipped to go to the end and kill a shulkers. I need to leech off other people. I need to be a beg. I need to be a beg, chat. How many books? 1 million books. I'll keep this one then, and use this as the next poetry one. The shulkers OP, honestly, no idea. I genuinely haven't killed a single one. All of these I've managed to get off other people. Every single one I've managed to get off other people. I'm good at this, the whole begging thing, right? I think it's something like 200, whoever asked about how many books I've done. So that goes to there. They're ready. I need to go get more squid ink sacs and stuff. So I need more books for a start. Yeah, wait, did that fucking deposit outside of the... That's ridiculous. Okay, I'm gonna take out, like... some of this stuff? Question mark? Just me on the realm today, at the moment. We won't make it today. It just won't happen. Thanks, Haggle. See, people will think you're being a hater, but you're not. I know you're not, but people will think you are. What's my leather looking like? That's a bit low as well, to be fair. So it's all right. I'm making books. I'm making books. Why isn't that feeding into this? Is what I want to know. Book. As you can tell, I've got really good technological advances going on in here. I think that's all my feathers gone, right? Yeah, I've used them all up now. Let me pop this back in there. Okay, hang on. Let me count how many there actually are, because this is 9, 18, 27, 36. I'm a little short on stuff. I will go and... Oh, wait, no, actually, I lie. I have a load of stuff in here, so I'm going to grab half of these and stick those in there. And then I think I should have enough. Yeah, no, I know. You know, I'm not using anything automatic. I'm doing it manual style, you know? Doing it all manual. They're all handmade, quote unquote. Okay, right, let's get the next book going. Bang. Alrighty, let me check this one. Okay, this one's called Planet 4 by Bekyamon. I've got to paste it though, so. La la la. Have you guys been? Did anyone get up to anything cool when I was away? Which was just yesterday. Thinking about it. Just Tuesday. Any cool Tuesday dudes? Cool Tuesday plans? Burped. Oh. Played Minecraft. Valid. Valid and real. Got rid of the mold in your wall with vinegar? Hell yes! Nah, dude, mold is so hard to get rid of a lot of the time. And, like, you just gotta choose the fucking moment to do it. You gotta choose when you're gonna do it. Because, like, you gotta give it a good amount of time. I hate deep cleaning stuff, you know? I hate having to, like, go in, you know, get the rubber gloves on and properly go in with something. Tomorrow, I'm traveling touching grass. Hell yes! I'm always an advocate for touching grass. Gardening, nice. Study today, sorry. Study today, excellent. Good shit. Okay. I came over to fix my page tab, that was it. Valid. Oh, you need to fix your tap too. Oh my god. Went back to school. Cringe. Cringe, sorry. Cringe. Alrighty, let's read this one. This is called Planet 4 by Bekyamon. A droplet fell on Sky's cheek and he winced. He looked up and soon the bees became more frequent, wetting their hair. It's raining, sighed Sol, turning to face him. You say it like it's a bad thing. Sky cocked his head and took off his shoes, along with socks. He held out his hand, forcing the droplets to settle on it to make their way down his palm. Would you be so kind? Sol smiled at him and took the hand following Sky's footsteps in removing footwear. Count me in, what's the song? And Sky did. It was pouring, but they swirled around the grass, leaving behind a whiff of air. To the left, to the right, spinning around in the afternoon sun, visible just outside the cloud's reach, with rain on their cheeks, imitating happy tears. The song floated throughout the hills, Sky and Sol singing in unison. One hand on the waist, second on the shoulder. Somewhere in the middle, they changed the tempo from a calm waltz to a fast something that resembled half the Irish, half the Virginia reel. I don't know what that is. Spinning in circles, taking one's arm, they danced, their feet kicking into small puddles. Jumping to the rhythm of the music, they spiraled down around the lowlands, getting closer and closer to the middle. Sol raised Sky up and spun him around themselves. Oh, dancing is nice. Sorry, one sec. For the bridge of the song, they returned to the gentle 3/4 pace, basking in the faint break. They moved languorously through the clearing where heathlands gave way to actual grass. It was just one spot in the sea of heathers, but it worked for the dance perfectly. The rain was still pouring from the sky, and they braced themselves for the final chorus of the song. This time, Sky took Soul's arm, and they tapped their way in a circle, gaining speed. They'd quickly got a bit dizzy because of the constant spinning without changing direction, so they jumped to the other side and spun the opposite way. Then it was just Sky spinning, with Soul rotating to keep him balanced, staying glued to his side. Soul caught him in the air and changed balance so Sky would lay on his arm. Their hands joined. Hello. Their faces were about a few centimeters apart. Sky could feel the heat radiating from Soul despite the rather cold rain. They were close, really close, breathing heavily from the effort. None of them dared to move, fearing breaking the balance and collapsing. It's nice to have you back, Sky murmured under his nose, looking somewhere at his feet. What did you just say? Soul smirked and raised him just a tad. I said, Tag, you're it. Sky patted Soul on the head and tore loose of their grip. Laughing like a madman, he began running towards where they left their shoes. You absolute... Soul started... I can't read it. You absolute... Soul started, but with a deep sigh, gave up on what they were about to say. That's cute. Little dancing scene. And it's like Soul and Sky. I mean, like sun. I took that to be sun, but that's cool. Thank you so much, Kianmas, for that little bit of prose. Love that. Little short scene. I like it. I like it. Ow. No, this one. I'll get there. Hello, the spiky man. Ow. I'm just having great fun with that one. Made me learn the Virginia reel. I don't know what that is. What's that? Virginia reel. Oh, it's a type of barn dance, is it? Oh, cute. I didn't specify the POV's gender in my book, so it could be Doomed Yuri. True. True. We cannot escape the Doomed Yuri. This is true. Right, next book. Next book. This is called Centralization. I will paste it now. Doomed Yuri mentioned? Okay. All right. All right, Mosh. All right. Okay, bang, bang, bang. That's genius. That's genius. We don't know what gender it is, so it could have been Yuri, and that's good enough for us. Okay. Yeah, this is called Centralization. It's by Tiamat. Isn't Tiamat one of the big old dragons from D&D? Am I crazy? Or is that something else? I don't fucking know. Anyways. Central, the state... okay, I'm going to read this correctly. Central, a state of being. Either aligned with all existing multiversal variants or being the sole existing one. Centrals are licensed multiversal travelers going from each universe to fill in the spot as their original variant would. Death results in decentralization. Centrals have a signature weapon. The weapon is similar to the user in color scheme and will present itself as a perfectly fit weapon to the user. These weapons act like their transportation. They tend to hold on to them as well. They tend to hold on to them well. The known centrals to exist or existed are about 3. Each one is a danger to my mission, no matter how insignificant they may be. Signed, All Mother. Is this a reference? This is a reference. Is this a reference to something? It feels like it is. But thank you either way. Thank you so much, Tiamat, for centralization. Didn't know the dragon was interested in that kind of thing. Mother, five-headed goddess of evil dragons. Yeah, I thought so. Can't remember what the other one is. What's the other one? What's the metallic dragons one? Can't remember what the good one. What the good. Thank you for that one. It's from Mesopotamian myth. I know it from D&D. Bahamut is the other one, yeah. D&D. Yeah. Chromatic dragon. Yeah, I know it's in a lot of different, like, lore. Right. This one. This one. I will put some of these things. I'm getting quite a lot of ones that are sort of submitted that are sort of direct references to like people from other like SMPs and things, and I don't know how I feel about it because there's a lot of them mainly. It's a whole bunch of lore I don't get, and finally Fantasy? Final Fantasy has a whole other bunch of lore for them. Yeah, there's a lot of different ones. I only know about it because I think I was running the starter D&D, the D&D starter kit campaign for like some friends when I was like practicing being a DM, and it uses dragons. I'm just gonna double check this. I'm just reading over this thing. Okay. I just read over them just to make sure I'm okay with all of the stuff in it. This one's called The Kettle, I think. God, I hope they make a sequel to the D&D movie. Me too. Me too. Now I've actually fucking played it. Yeah, me too. I didn't get it. I didn't get it before I played it. I was like, yeah, that was cool, but I didn't get how genius it was until I played D&D. Assuming this will not fit. Yeah. Sorry, this one's not paragraphed specifically, so trying to get it to fit into the book pages. D&D movie sequel? There's a D&D movie. Was it called Honor Among Thieves? I don't know when it came out. Like, oh god, it could be. I hate trying to say when movies came out anymore because I'm always wrong. Like, I'm always so fucking wrong with it, and it's like embarrassing. I'll be like, oh, it came out like a few years ago, and it'll be like 5. No, it was a few years ago. It was a few years ago. It's not actually that long ago because I saw it and I was already doing content by then, so it can't have been that long ago. Eh. None of these sentences don't, god damn it, they don't fit. No Dice in D&D movies, first intro to D&D. If you play D&D and then watch the movie, it's so good. Like, it's so clever. I'm glad you like No Dice. You know that we're actually doing a panel for No Dice at TwitchCon Rotterdam this year. It'll be broadcast on the Twitch channel as well, so you guys can watch it. I very much, if you like No Dice and you like the campaign, I very much suggest you do watch it. It's a great movie. Great movie. Good D&D movie. They killed it. Yeah, I don't know if it like overall performed well enough for it to be made again, like for them to make another one, because like it wasn't massive. Okay. Righty. This one's called The Kettle. It's by Desolate Plains. The sound of the kettle finally coming to a boil whistled throughout the vacant kitchen. The sound is loud and angry and mean, yet continues to call to the furthest edges of the unusually tiled floor. The unwelcoming screams are ignored by many and all, causing the shriek to cry louder, sending itself in a panicked state, until finally somebody notices. They notice the rusted handle on the now weathered kettle's side, the indents and scratch marks from so many years of use, the lovely vibrant red on its center that never truly went dull. When they reach for the old kettle's mesmerizing handle, its screams are calmed, now a relic of the past. Carried by a young, eager hand of someone ready for the curiosity of the world to unravel before them, the kettle was turned to its bad side, allowing for a steady stream of dark red liquid to pour out. Flowers and feijoa and sumac all appeared in the young person's mind as they understood the fresh aroma of the strange liquid present in front of them. Oh, how they missed the sweet feijoa, I don't know how you say it, feijoa scent that was coating the air. Let me look it up, hold on. Hang on, I'm reading.
Feijoa.
Feijoa, there we go, got it. It was their mother, no, father perhaps, that bought them their first feijoa to smell in the form of a liquid quite like the one in front of them now. When they were that young, younger than what they are now, the only thing on their mind was the interlocked plains that reached all the way to the Caspian Sea. How large it seemed back then. Their father would start preparing for the upcoming Novruz celebration in spring by decorating with various flower types scattered around the house. Second. Hyacinths and tulips and daffodils used to softly touch touch each other before separating from each intertwined stem that only wanted to stay together unharmed. The color of the liquid, quite like the invested rivers that become salmon red in winter, had started to dim into an even deeper red now. And with such careful and precise handwork, that curious person tried to sip some of the steaming hot substance. It was an earthy, metallic taste, like that of an ancient ore only found deeply hidden within the Earth's inner shell. Never-dying trees, salty mountains, coarse dirt, and crisp air. The threads of which all connect to everything and yet none to nothing. Just like the liquid, the person was as patient as can be, waiting for something that never seemed to arrive. They sat in silence as the lovely fragrance filled the room with its late arrival. Their hands warmed by the glass that held all that could ever be, they finally understood the importance of their own life, that they had stories so far back in their mind that it almost felt useless to try and fight, to not remember. Oh, that's cute. Nice prose, I like it. I was trying to keep, I was like, these are complicated sentences to read. I need to lock in. I need to lock in. I like that though. I like that it like uses the kettle as like a kind of anchor point for sort of exploring these other ideas. I like it. Thank you, Desolate Plains, for that one. We'll pop that one in the box of books. No Dice is such a neat campaign to watch everyone in. No Dice had a lot of fun. Had a lot of fun with No Dice. I think for me, No Dice, because like I'm going back at the moment and looking at like old VODs and stuff like from the first campaign. I like learned how to play D&D really with No Dice. I played a bit of D&D. I understood how it worked, and I had played a couple of sessions before, but I'd never like really done a campaign before No Dice, and that was me kind of like, I was me live picking it up trying to figure out how to play the damn game. But yeah, now I really like it. I played a lot now. That was a long campaign. I think all in all it's something like over 70 hours of playtime, which I think is enough to become like proficient in playing, you know, any game. Okay, this is the lyrics to Take Me to Snurch, which I'm fine to do. I will paste that in. Probably good to have, because it probably would help me like sing it, or anyone. I'm just thinking about like practicality. Snake man. Such a stupid fucking... I won't be reading this one. I will, you know, it's, you know the song, Take Me to Search. I'll worship like a snail in the shrine of your life. I'll tell you my snins so you can snarp on your snife. You know this one. I'm just gonna quickly put this in and then I'll put it in a box. Takes a bit of time to adapt and learn to play a character. Yeah, you really think about your strategies and what kit you have. There's that, but also like learning how to roleplay well, I guess. Like how to effectively roleplay and how to roleplay that character too. Like it took me a bit, because I hadn't played before, it took me a bit to figure out like how I would want my character to play, and I changed it a few times. Snurch is the greatest. I know it's great, isn't it? Cinema. Snayman. But yeah, with No Dice, I like kind of when my character Panic died early on, and was then sort of brought back in from the Never Was, which is like a sort of alternate, like a kind of weird sort of side timeline that kind of goes along. I kind of used that to sort of, because I'd then played her for a couple sessions then by that point, I then used her coming back to be like, I then was like, this is how I want her to act now. Because beforehand I hadn't really figured out what I wanted Panic to be like. But then by the time I then died, I was like, okay, I get it now. And so I came back a little bit different and it kind of worked. How'd you die? Oh, I grabbed the stone. Found it so funny when something crazy was happening. It was like, oh, that's a lovely wall. Dude, you cannot make up how awfully I was rolling for perception and initiative the entire campaign. It is actually diabolical. I got advantage on initiative halfway through, and I still was barely at the front of the fucking line. Oh my God. And perception, we'd be in like, oh, let's look at this thing. Let's see what we notice. And I'm like, I'm rolling 2, 2, 3, 5. And I'm like, fucking nothing. Like, genuinely. Maybe Panic needed glasses. I think that's a fun headcanon. I'm going to sign this one off because I'm not going to read or sing the entirety of Take Me to Snurch. But thank you for doing that. This will be helpful. I think they wanted just to call it Snurch. And it's by I Like Beans. Thank you, I Like Beans, for that one. I'll put that in the meta funny box. I think I like the headcanon that Panic actually just was short-sighted. Like, was always just short-sighted and couldn't see. And so, which is like why she just couldn't really ever perceive things, or just occasionally she'd catch something. But most of the time, she just couldn't fucking see anything. So like, she'd just never catch a detail. But like, it happens so constantly that is actually feasible, that she could have just been short-sighted the entire time. Some glasses, yeah. This one, I'm assuming it's about TRO, and it's called The Clown. Maybe, I don't know. Oh no, it's not. It's about Clown Pierce, probably. I've realized, obviously. I know, I'm in my head, I'm like, Clown/Jester Owen. Which is probably misguided, but, you know, I'm biased. Okay. It's called The Clown. In several universes, he's known as a merciless killer, as one who's killed hundreds, whose thirst for blood hungers for slow, painful kills. He starts massacre after massacre and won't stop till he's satiated his bloody urge. He feels utter joy when he murders and laughs tauntingly at every cold-blooded murder. If you saw his scythe, all you could do was watch his graceful death swung and ripped you apart. Oh yeah. Whoa, turn that on. Hire a keeper to the newspaper. I don't think they, like, gaff about the newspaper. I think it's just stupid folly. Who's this by? That was The Clown. A little bit of prose by Valerity. Thank you so much for that one. Godly scoop. We out here getting us celestial scoop right now. Jesus. Holy scoop, Batman. Oh my god, I saw that Foolish came back and had a Jesus skin on. Fucking so funny. So funny. It was after I'd gone. But Foolish came back. And he was wearing a Jesus skin. It was like his skin, but he had like robes on because he came back on like Good Monday. No, not Good Monday. Easter Monday. So silly. It was so silly. It was just so silly. On Easter. Yeah, only because it was on Easter. Yeah. That was the bit. He didn't just do that. He didn't just think that highly of himself. He's like, yeah, no, I am Jesus. I'm like Jesus. I think it's just because he was dead for 3 days and then he'd come back. Give him a book called the Bible, for fuck's sake. The Snible, dude. Why are we doing this when the Snible exists? Hmm? I'm just reading through the next one. Oh, okay. This is called Torment. It's not exactly jovial, I guess. It's a little bit spooky, I suppose. But you know, we need tonal variety, tonal diversity. Actually, because I said I did work experience in a library, and one thing I noticed, which I had no idea of before that, is how massive the crime, like, and murder mystery book genre is in terms of how many of them there are compared to every other genre. Like, there are so many. There are so many. Is there any way to know my book guided? Not really, no. I don't recognize a name that name, but if you put a different name in, makes sense. Sorry, this one's not got paragraphs either, so takes a bit. The two pillars of literature are Agatha Christie and Arthur Conan Doyle. Dude, it was like the library, there was just an entire wall of like crime and mystery books. And then like, that was like, I'd say that was probably about like 60% of all of the books, which is a lot for one type of book. I just didn't realize how big it was. And it's funny because I've never really read that many of them. I don't think I've really read any, but I know that my mum likes them. So, the Great Wall of Crime and Mystery. Exactly, man. Is a mass. Yeah, it's such a big selling. I know. And like, I get it. Like, it's a good way of it. Like, it's a good reason to have books. Like, it's a good thing for book. What am I trying to say? Like, it's reading a mystery is very a nice way of consuming mystery and crime content. But I don't know. Such a fantasy sci-fi novel reader. I usually ignore the crime thriller category. Yeah, I tend to read fantasy if I'm going to be reading. What day are we on? We're on the last 50, so this is on the 8th now. Read all Agatha Christie books. Hell yeah. I don't think I've read, I think I might have read one when I was younger, but I really like Poirot. My mum and I used to watch Poirot, the series. Okay, let's read this one again. A little bit, not the lightest tone, but sure. It's called Torment by 24T. He wasn't one to pry into the lives of others, but this time he just couldn't resist. It was just so captivatingly bizarre how this creature lived. So maddeningly odd, this entity could no longer be considered a human. His observations first started when he noticed it continuously throughout his daily life. In the library he visits, on the street, sometimes even just outside his home, this creature was everywhere. Like a parasite, it didn't seem to ever leave. After he had noticed it plaguing his life, he started to look more closely. It never faced him directly, so he never saw its face. Interrupts you. I gotta say hi, otherwise I'm being rude. Hello. But that didn't matter. What mattered was that the more he took notice of how it lived, the more intriguing the beast got. It was cloaked in dark cloth, presumably robes, or more accurately, a cowl. Accurately, a cowl, yeah. It had a walk that made it look like it was gliding or levitating slightly off the ground, almost like it was a ghost. What if he could call it walking? It was a seldom sight to see it move. It had always just appeared, its speed so grand it could never be seen moving. More of his observations include how it never consumed any sort of sustenance, and when he sees it outside his house, it's always at night at roughly 7 p.m. Always turned to face the direct opposite of wherever he is in his home. He had tried to get different angles, of course, but never succeeded. It was mind-boggling. How did the being know where he was looking from? It didn't make sense. Nothing of this being made any sense. One day, though, he decided to finally approach it. He decided the best time to do it was when he was outside his house. He waited until the typical 7 p.m. and he pulled the curtains covering his windows to the side just enough to peek out. He didn't see anything. He thought that maybe the being was late, so he waited a bit more, then peeked out again. Nothing. He decided that the creature had just simply not shown up that day, and he opted to do it again the next. So throughout the entirety of the next day, he didn't see the creature. It wasn't at the library, on the street, not at his work, not anywhere. He assumed that maybe he just wasn't as observant today as the other days, and he didn't see the creature because of that. So he waited again at 7 and saw nothing. As days passed, he lost hope in ever seeing it again. What should be a situation to be celebrated wasn't. He couldn't. The creature that was plaguing him with an unceasing foreboding was finally gone. But his disquieted demeanor was strengthened tenfold. The feeling that something was going to happen, he couldn't stand it. Every day his heart would race any time he left his home. His mind was packed with cataclysmic thoughts. His hands were always shaking, practically about to shatter. He refused to leave his house. Staying inside, never leaving to get groceries or anything of the sort. He was on the verge of death when finally, during his new nightly ritual at 7, he saw it. It was the being. The gorgeous creature. He ran outside to meet it, but was faced with nothing in the end. This was what broke him. He screamed and cried, tearing his vocal cords anew. He screamed until he couldn't, and when he couldn't, he slammed his fist into the ground and just released the cries of pure and bridled disdain of himself with his tears dropping on his dirt-clad hands. I don't know. That was very well written, but was he going insane? Is that the idea? Like, he's kind of imagining the thing, and then it's one of those, like, peripheral vision type thing. Is this toxic yaoi? I don't know. It's really well written, though. I like it. Sometimes I need to, like, look through things a bit more closely to get it. Hashtag get it. Torment, thank you for that 2040. It was scary. I was getting all, like, tense partway through because I was like, it's gonna jump scare me as if like a book can. Have you guys been ever jump scared by a book in a book? And you can't really, because you have to kind of read and like register and understand it. in a picture book, I guess. It was a good book. I've not been like jump scared, but I have like I've definitely had like my heart going fast on some things when it's like a scary or like a horror scene. I have to read things multiple times to register. It's hard to jump scare with the words. With that face in the book. Pictures. I remember once. So like when I was a kid, and I mean even now, but when I was a kid, I liked horror and scary stuff even less than I do now because I was younger, so I was a bit less brave. I still don't like it and avoid it where possible, but there was this series of books that I really liked called The Edge Chronicles. I don't know if you guys have read them. I've definitely mentioned them on the channel before, and they are illustrated partially. It's an author, and then there is a really good illustrator that like draws a lot of the scenery and a lot of the stuff within the books. And there's in the second book, there is basically they find like a sort of skeleton type dude. I don't want to spoil it, I guess, but like they're in like I think it's a spooky forest, or they find like wreckage of something and there's a skeleton of some sort. And you read it and then you turn the page and it's a full page image drawing of this like horrid skeleton face with this big horrible tongue, and it's horrible. And as a kid, I fully jumped. It fully jump scared me. And then I kept, because I'd flick through the book to find my spot, and I kept seeing it. And so I ended up, as a child, stapling the page shut. The full speed. Like, I literally stuck it so I couldn't fucking see it anymore because it was making me unsettled. I'd have, like, nightmares about this fucking skeleton. And so I stuck the damn pages together so I didn't have to like look at it anymore. That was my solution. It was so funny. I was quite young for the record. Like I wasn't thinking too hard about like, oh my god, the book, like I'm damaging the book. It was my book, like, you know, but it scared me so damn much. But like I've looked at that since and it wasn't that bad. I don't know why I was so freaked out by it, but you know. Oh, that's funny. Oh my god, wait, someone fucking... Okay, this is by Be Realistic and Goddess of Time. Someone actually made a book link so I can get it. That's awesome, wait. Okay, this is... Oh, .book, there we go. Give me that. Remember your first night in Minecraft? Honestly, I don't. Honest to God, I don't. I don't remember my first night in Minecraft at all. I wish I did, but I absolutely don't. Load book from file. Okay. This downloads. Oh, hell yeah. Thank you, person who did that. That was awesome. Okay, sick. Yeah, no, I don't remember. I was too young. Okay. I've said this before, my like way I got into Minecraft. I went to a friend's house and her little brother was playing Minecraft on Pocket Edition on his phone or on his iPod Touch or whatever. And that was how I saw it for the first time. And then I got Pocket Edition and then I got the Java Edition on PC. So my first night would have been in Pocket Edition Lite, the free version, which is like... was so I can't describe to you how bare fucking bones this game was at that point. So it wasn't really like I didn't really get the full experience. And I don't remember then what my first night was like on when I moved on to Java, where I actually had all the features at all. Like at all. That game, the version of the game was so bad. It was so nothing, and it didn't save, and it was bad. But it was awesome. It was good enough that it sold me on real Minecraft. But you know, being found the skeleton page on my copy of the book. Yeah, it's the second book, Storm Chaser, I think. It's scary. It's a scary image. It's a weird. It's a very detailed drawing of a nasty skeleton man. But but that's what it is. That is what it is. It's a drawing. It's not that bad. It's just a bit weird. And my little baby self was like, never witnessing that again. Okay, let's read this one. This is Goddess of Time by Be Realistic. Thank you for putting it in a drive thing. I appreciate that. Oops. Goddess of Time, known as Myla, Zora, or Bo. Milo, the goddess of time. By controlling time, she holds control primarily over two sections, her right hand and her left hand. Although she can coexist alongside other gods, Milo stands above them all, creator of time. Left hand, the present. Nature, life, creatures, space, birth, elements, fire, water, etc., the physical world. Right hand, the past and the future. Knowledge, growth, consciousness, technology, rot, decay, death, ash, the non-physical world. Principles. Move towards the future. What's done is done, and no one but her has any power over it. It's up to us to focus forwards. 2. Learn from the past. She gave us knowledge for a reason, so it is imperative that to expand and use it for a better future. 3. Treat her creations with respect. Everything has a designated path for it. In any form, life or death, treat them respectfully and with dignity. Symbols. Animals. Sniffer. Oh, this is in Minecraft. Sniffer, past, phantom, present, dragon egg feature. Colors, orange, green, cyan, black, gray, white, or a gem, copper. The best offering for her is simply your time, whether that be meditation, studying, or working in devotion. May time treat you well. That's cool. I like that. Thank you for putting it through as a book thing. That made this very, very easy. Thank you. Be realistic. I like it. I like that it's like within Minecraft lore. Beep, beep, beep. I think that's popped in there. How they make it into a book thing? They just use the mod. They put it into... They just loaded up Minecraft with the Scribble mod that I use, which is the one that adds all the buttons. And then you can export it as a .book file. So that's fine. You don't have to do that. It's just, obviously, it does make it easier, but... This is in a different language, so I need to translate it. Deep, deep, boom, ba-doom. I'm gonna leave it for now because I don't really know what the context is of this. Hold on. Bum, ba, bum, bum, ba, bum. Starting using the Scribble mod. It's quite good if you like to write books in Minecraft. There's going to be more ads coming in a minute as well. I won't read anything. I'll just paste while I'm doing that. I will run them now because otherwise we're just waiting. I'm going to sleep again. I don't want to get phantomed by accident. Right. Run the ads. Ads, eat your ads. Eat your ads. Yomp. Yomp. I'm running them. I don't know if they'll actually run immediately. I'm going to paste the next couple of books in while I wait for you guys to read them. Read them, watch the ads. Subscribers, how are you? How are you? How are you? Hope you're good and well. Beam, 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 beam. Just watch. I'm just reading what this actually is. Okay, what is this? Few of us have a little Minecraft server we've been playing on. Oh, cute, cute. Yeah, right at the moment, I don't have, like, a sub SMP. I don't think I'm going to have one for, like, the time being, because it can be quite a lot of work to run, and I have not much time in my day. But I want to bring it back at some point. It will happen again. How are you, streamer? I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. A little tired. Got, you know, like, I'm walking around London a lot yesterday. And I had to have an early morning. And then, yeah, I had to get some shit done today. That sort of thing. That would be fun. Yeah, I want to at some point. There's things that, like, there's a lot of things I have, like, on my back burner list where, like, I want to get into, you know, I want to be in a more, like, working position before I can do them. But I will. I will. But yeah, I'll wait for the ads to finish. Actually, I'll just paste another book, I guess. Road. This one? Your TV. Sure. Back from the ads. Hello. I think it says to me they've got 50 seconds on them, so I will let those 50 seconds roll. Don't feel very active because of work. That's fair. Okay, okay, okay. Castle happy again? Yeah, looks it. I think it was the other day though, wasn't it? Castle is yellowy again. Hell yeah. Hell yellow. Hup, hup. I saw Buckingham Palace yesterday. I saw an actual kingdom castle. Crazy. I was like, it was bad because I looked at it and was like, haha. It's like, it's yellow, it's got a gold on it, like the kingdom. And I was like, what the fuck am I, hello? Like, what? I had like a moment where I like realmed in my head and I was like, I need to not do that, actually. I'm too much. Maybe I've been playing a little bit too much. But what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Yeah, I was brain rotted. I was realm pilled so hard. I looked at it, I was like, oh yeah, it's like a kingdom castle. Yeah, and I was like, stop this. Stop this, Bekyamon. Oh yeah, the other thing, I was saying I was playing Minecraft with a friend that has never played it before. She's just kind of like gotten into gaming and she's never played Minecraft, and we ended up playing for a bit, and like you die a lot. I forgot how much you die a lot when you don't know you don't know how Minecraft works. Those exist. I know, right? I thought it's really cool. Bank Buster, thank you for the 100 biddies. Thank you. First time chat. Oh my god. Thank you. Welcome. Appreciate that. See the Minecraft movie? I was at the premiere. Yeah. I saw it first. But yeah, I played with it's so funny. She was just dying over and over again. It was like, I felt bad, but also it's just one of those learning process. She was like, oh, there's a little green man over there. I was like, oh yeah. And then she just fucking blew up, obviously. I prefer to just let people figure it out. Like, I'm not gonna go, oh, don't go near them, you'll die, they explode. I'm like, that's a spoiler. It's more fun if you just get blown up and die. That's, yeah, that sort of thing. That's more fun. No, we haven't not got into the nether yet. No, the nether. No, we haven't done that because we were trying to take it slow. We all died a lot, to be fair. It's not, we weren't playing hardcore or anything, but we were playing hard mode, like hard difficulty, which skeletons just absolutely rinse you in hard difficulty. But she's getting to grips with it. I think once we've got armor and stuff, it'll be a bit easier that she won't just instantly die. But we ended up in this like loop where we built a house that was maybe like 200 blocks away from spawn or so, like the actual spawn. We were like, it was just off. And so but we put beds in and then she didn't click on the bed. So then she died, respawned, and then died about 4 more times trying to get back to the house. And we were just like, I just need you to not get distracted. Just go into this house and click on this bed. So if you die, you can just come back here. And it took so long. On the Shut Up I'm Talking podcast, Tom was talking about you at the premiere. Yes, he mentioned, yeah, no, but we went to the meal and I was sat with Tom when we were having a meal with Agnes, where he kept trying to talk about the fucking ice dragon. It was a very strange thing to be at. Like, it was such a very odd thing. Hope they introduce respawning in the sequel. I thought, honestly, I thought that like Garrett coming, oh wait, that's a spoiler probably, isn't it? How new is this movie? Who's not seen it on a real one? Who's not seen it and really wants to by now? Because like, it's been out a bit now, isn't it? It's been out a bit now. You haven't? Oh, okay, I won't talk about it. Mute up. Mute. Oh, I know. I won't spoil it then. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, let me read this book that I was doing. Hold up. This one's called... What's it called again? Hang on. Itchy. Right, okay, I'm gonna spoil it now. Okay, it's a spoiler for a Minecraft movie, so mute up for the next 30 seconds. It's not very long spoiler. Just mute up now. Okay, anyway, so I thought that, because Garrett, he does, like, well, at one point they think he has died. I think it would have been funnier if Garrett had, like, just respawned. I guess it would have taken the moment he did that, it would have taken the stakes away. But it was quite funny if he just respawned a bed after that and was like, oh fuck, okay, sure, and then reappeared like that. I think that would have been funny. But I get that then that would have made the battle like, oh, we can just keep trying over and over again or whatever. But that's what I thought. I also thought that maybe someone was gonna die, like Steve would die, and then it would just like an end credit scene would be him respawning at a bed or something. But who knows? Anyways, let's read this. A road by Your TV. That was the name that they put in. So, I've retired. Saying it aloud makes it sound cheerful. It's been a year since pulling the earth to fit his feet. For his heart and everyone's eyes. Yet, if he gets too close to the ground, the air stifles. Who knows what this realm has in store, with various monsters crawling in caves that yearn for discovery. The earth and water, the soil and sun, and again, entering and ending, nearly done. Could this persistence be all but disillusionment? Fresh faces awaited his presence. Along with familiar ones he knew back home, or more so, an old home. One that stands tall, hugged by a dragon and cupped by the ocean. Tubbo smiled in understanding as time continued to eat away. Both of them travelled labouring distances, sleeping long into the night, which led to the days when coming to terms with another life. There wasn't anyone to get him out of bed. You can unmute, yeah. And there wasn't anyone to remind him of sleep. The sediment continues to be torn until it eventually sinks, then met with the bottom of the seas. Somewhere between creation and its settlement would be still water. Where Foolish stood was between its constant blessing and curse. He was destined to relearn loss. Now and again he will find a new love. He would now regain a crown and again be king. His last crown was no longer fit for the kingdom, but for his heart. This will be different. The castle would loom across taverns while visitors of separate colonies knew him for his rank. He would take up space built for him. In short vaults of time, he'd have himself a kingdom. He smiled when Tubbo asked what new monument he would build. He smiled when he told him none. There wouldn't be him in building. Somewhere he is standing still as the water chips away. Building would only get him carried away. Oh, nice. I'll put that in the realm book. Thank you, Your TV, for a road. We'll go on to the next one now. I did that. I pasted that one during the ad break. That's why you didn't see me do that. Little bit of foolish. Good riddance. This does not have an author. Let's finish this once and for all. One final trap. Regardless of whether you live or die, my job is done. Take the railroad north to the Redstone town. At some point along the railroad, there'll be a hole that you will fall into. That section is not the trap, so no need to worry. Bring no one with you. The only items you may bring are a full set of armor, your tools, and food. That's it. I will not give you a second chance if you fail to adhere. I would say good luck, but that would be bad luck for me. Is this a reference to something? I don't know, but I will sign it anyway. This is called Good Riddance. Sounds like a date. Wait. Oh god, wait. What have I just made a book of? Why are you oh my godding it? I don't understand. What's the reference? Heard that line before. Is it unstable? Okay. There's a lot of unstable universe stuff. That's fine. It's vague enough. It is I read it and I was like, I think this is a reference, so it's just talking about going to a trap, so. Okay, this person didn't put a title or author, so I'm going to put this one on a list and skip it, I think. Because I think not putting any kind of attribution to anything, like, I don't mind, like, if you really don't want an author name on it, but, you know, I don't really get what it's about either anyway. Yeah, right. Let's do this. Yep, poems is fine. How you doing today? I'm good. What does this mean? Okay, there's some stuff, again, I'm getting a lot of these things that are like very clearly references. I don't know what they're about, and I don't want to put stuff in that are referencing that something that I really don't know. And again, there's no author name. It's too strange and vague. Love the headphones, they're pink. They are pink. They are pink, so is my coat. Again, another one with no author, no author and no title. I'm probably going to have to enforce something because I I don't want people just posting sort of spamming, I guess, in it, because I'm like, you got to at least own up to what you're writing, okay? I think that's a minimum. Okay, this one is normal. Okay. This is called A Lost Letter by Sunsail. You on the 7th? No. I think we're on the 8th now. Well, I might have done it the other day, or the day before that. Okay, bang. Okay, A Lost Letter by Sunsail. This seems to be, again, like just a little snippet. Hey there, Sunsail here. The trip's going strong. We ended up losing some of the supplies backpacks while server hopping. Oh, this is cool. I do like meta server stuff. So your package was very well timed. Not that this place has any problem with resources. Whoever lived here was loaded. We got like a whole diamond backpack with just food. It's beautiful around here as well. I took some photos. I'm sure you guys will be able to appreciate the architecture. I copied some block palettes for Andor to look at later. Anywho, we'll probably stick here for a few more days and we might jump a few more servers back. Sarah wants to find an Anarchy server, but I'm not exactly ecstatic to go to 2v2T or anything similar. Do you guys have any good suggestions? Hoping to hear from you soon. Miss you dearly. Love Sunsail and Saren. P.S. I hope I did the postal charms correctly this time. If this misses the house again, I might actually cry. That's fun. Like little server hoppers that are just grabbing stuff from different servers and then carrying on. That's cute. Thank you, Sunsail, for that one. Ew, 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 ew. Okay, this is by Deirdre, I think. It's called Purple Gem. It's very short. Hold on. So probably a reference to a character. A journey of a pink sheep who found a purple gem. She became a human hybrid and somehow she gets to travel from realm to realm. The more she travels, the more she learns life and the more her burning eyes dimmed. Interesting. Little character bio there. I like it. Purple gem. Oh. Thank you, Deirdre, for that one. Bonk. Bonk. I ended up in the realm. Does that mean I missed the house again? Oh, well, yeah. Oh, no, it got lost. So it didn't get there. Oh, that's sad. I'm just looking at what this is. Okay, this is called Always Watching. Hello, Alex. Why have you changed your name color? Or you're a different account? I don't know. Alex 2. Why? Right. Okay, let's read this one. It's called Always Watching by McShorty. The winds howled as the boy stood there, red-taking his vision as a cough racked his body. He's shivering. Tears began to flow down his cheeks. No, they started falling a long time ago. He simply didn't notice. Trembling, laboured breath came out of his mouth as a stench of rot permeated the air around him. What was he doing? He clawed at his own arms, soft flesh beginning to bleed in shades of red under his fingernails. He didn't dare look at the sight before him. That was what they wanted. They were always watching. A dry laugh left his body, tears falling down his face and converging to a pile on the floor. He giggled despite being plagued with a hoarse throat, the noise gurgling to the ears as it transformed into a manic laughter that reverberated down the alleyway. His fingers ran through his hair in a calming manner before they grabbed at the white strands desperately, the pain bringing a familiar sense of relief within him. Rain poured from the sky, white clouds twisting to shades of grey. The fabric of his clothes clung to his skin as a mind-numbing coldness grasped his body. He had to keep them entertained. The boy fell to the ground with another sob, an unmistakable feeling of being watched crawling up his body and latching onto him, suffocating him. He didn't need to see the eyes to know that they were there. They always were. The blur of darkness by his feet was almost taunting. He could see streams of an unidentifiable liquid run down the gutter, a mess of flesh spilt on the cold floor, intestines writhing like a mass of maggots. Ew. It was no longer moving. Bendry was just 13 years old when he killed someone for the first time. Ooh, dark. Dark and spooky. Dark and spooky, but I like it. Very nice. I like that, like, as a character intro. It's very good. It's like, oh god, what's happened? Thank you, McShorty, for always watching. Spooky one, bit of a spooky one. Ooh, a spooky one. Ooh, we got a spooky one. Very nice, very nice. Thank you. That was sick. Sick. Was sick. Bleh. Let's see. Bum, 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 bum. This one I will allow. This one is about, I think, Unstable Universe again. There's been a lot of Unstable Universe ones, which I didn't set a rule against talking about other stuff, but this is a poem and it's well written and I want to put it in. But I'll probably put some kind of guidelines about just full references to completely unrelated SMPs. Okay, hold on. Right, let's go. This is a poem. Thank you, Nari Sees, for this one. Destabilized. There is a world where stories are told. There is a world where conflicts unfold. Look into this world in three perspectives, where things are always never going to be in the positives. In the eyes of a bird with big bright wings, or spectator prankster who meddles with things, a warrior who carries a macy swings, this is not only what this realm brings. A king and an assassin that both have been neutered in order to join the side which seemed high-powered, but all to be defeated by those three undeterred with losses that only the bird himself suffered. With the massive victory the three prospective gains, they all again went their separate ways the world has laid, but another threat has loomed ahead, this time only coming for the bird instead. The director, that they call themselves with unlimited power and a whole lot of wealth, has set his eyes on the bird and only the bird, for what? No one knows, no one dares to guess, not even a word. For this is a world where stories may be a fable. That is the reason why it's called Unstable. Nice. W poem. Like it. Nari Sees. Destabilized. I don't get it, but I respect it. I'll pop this in here because it's the new poetry box. Bang. Reference SMPs who have members on the realm. I don't know. I think it's difficult because I don't mind. I think it's difficult. I don't mind it when it's the odd one, but there's been like lots, and I think it depends how it's done. If it's used to like inspire, like that poem, I'm like, yeah. But I think when it's like direct quotes from other stuff, I'm like, I don't really get this, and it won't make a lot of sense to a lot of people. That kind of thing. It's quite tricky to balance it. You know, like, I don't want to be like, no, it has to be about the realm. But I also don't want to, like, end up with not much about the realm and lots about other SMPs, you know? Because we are in the realm. Just looking. I'm pre-reading these a second. Yeah, I think it's fine. This is by Wispep, A Child of Void. Bop. Ooh, 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 ooh. Bang, bang. Big pace time. Getting the. Well, it's actually not. This was not that long. They haven't actually had that many big paste. Big paste. Medium-sized paste. We're getting there. I think there's like about 20 left or so. Something like that. Right. This one's called A Child of Void by Wispep. The eternal suffocating darkness of the void gleams in the souls of those who heard it. Her dear children will always reflect her light in their souls. Time cannot lull the beast in their hearts. Even the brightest golden gem will glow purple in the sun, glow with death and vengeance prepared for those who dared to disrupt the plans of the void. Through time and universes, the children of the void will be marked by her blessing that cannot be washed away. In this world there is a void, but her emptiness is expressed in an unusual, special way, so new, so magical, and so dangerous. The grandeur of the void is poisoned by the horrors of the past, so reminiscent of the reflections of her children. If only those who could understand her suffering could heal her heart, if only they recognized her. The void of this world is not familiar to her children. She cries for them, but the world only hears the howls of a beast thirsty for blood. She weeps for her child to come, to comfort him in his new fragile form. Her child is so lost, so afraid. Her dear princess is looking for a new home. She cannot let history repeat itself. Her children cannot trust them. Humans are cruel, selfish creatures. They once destroyed the hearts of her followers. The soul of her dear, most loyal child is forever shattered. He is doomed to an eternity wandering in his own mind in search of lost parts of himself. The once shining crown was mired in dirty green. The betrayal that cannot be forgotten or forgiven. Oh, nice. I like it. Very nice. Like, I couldn't pin if that was about anything in particular, but I like it as it is anyway. It's really good prose all the way through this whole process. Like, such good writing, like just the words in the order that they're in, you know what I mean? I write the newspaper off stream. I find that it's better for that to not be like it just appears for everyone. That's just a personal choice. Let me just quickly spam this a second. Okay, this is by Jatenbi. It's a King's Rescue. I mean, I'll paste it first. Again, it looks like it's like, I don't know. I can't tell if, I think this is original, this one. It's one of those ones where it's like, the more kind of random and imaginative things are, the more I'm like, is this a reference? But it's like, it's definitely possible this is just somebody's original work. Starting to write poetry? That's a good question. I'm not really well versed in writing poetry. Get it? Verse? Yeah, okay. Haha, thank you. We got one. Haha. Just start writing. I think reading lots of poetry and writing lots of poetry is generally the vibe. Okay. You're spinning slow today, buddy. You good? He's on okay, he's low energy mode right now. He's battery saver. He's tired. He does not get tired. That guy doesn't get tired. Psh, nah. All right. Okay. This one's called A King's Rescue by Jatenbi. Once upon a time, in a floating kingdom of capybaras, there was a young princess who overlooked her domain from her wooden castle. The sun had just risen from behind the horizon when she was already up and busy. Her kingdom was a proud one, with her father at the top, who was a kind and loving ruler. She shared his emerald eyes, though the shark fin on his back was only to his name. Oh, okay. Okay, this is a foolish thing. And then there was also her Appa. He was a strong warrior who protected the kingdom. She looked up to him a lot, and whenever he wasn't there, she was the one to take over. Just like now, when she watched the entrance of the castle, and suddenly she spotted a black creature running out the front with a golden man under his arm like a trophy. My pa, she thought, before she quickly sat down her crown and exchanged it for her red cap, which fueled her determination. I will save my father, as it is my duty as the princess. Oh, this is QSMP. Yeah, I was reading it. I was like, I feel like this is a reference, but I don't know what to. QSMP is okay, because like it's not a current thing either. So you know, and it's the fact that I couldn't tell immediately as well is nice. Outside of the castle, the capybaras were already waiting for her. They went this way, they said, and pointed to the clouds. And so she went on the mission to rescue her pa. At first, the black creature went past trains, factories, and a huge hole in the ground, which she skillfully avoided to follow quickly. Second, they went past a huge wall and an even bigger giant, which made her dad scream out in agony. I need to be faster, she thought, so she passed them swiftly. At last, the black creature stopped at the twirling dragon. Let go of me, Brad, the king complained before he wiggled himself out of the other man's grip. Brad was a known stalker to the king, and he was an annoying one. I don't know QSMP lore. I'm assuming you guys will know that. I don't want to see you near the kingdom ever again, her pa commanded, though she wasn't sure if Brad would take it to heart this time. Just to make sure, she drew her sword to underline the statement. Oh, Brad? It's bad, I see. Look what you made. I don't know how to say this. Is it Nina? Is that how you say it? He said while he took her hand and led her to the water. We're getting away from this gnome. With a plop, he dove into the water before he let her on his back to swim away from the stalker back to the kingdom they call home. That's fun. A little story. A king's rescue. I figured because I was like, it's about a king, but I didn't really recognize the rest, but it's because it's not Realm. I get it now. Brad boy Hena. Means my daughter in Spanish got it. Pop it in there. Bang. I think, yeah, it's Nina, right? Is that how you say it? Because it has a little accent. I don't know much Spanish. I know that in the US, Spanish is like, sort of, you end up around Spanish a lot, and like, it's taught in schools. It's not taught in schools in the UK by default. Well, it wasn't taught in mine. Maybe it's taught in some.
All Spanish I know is from QSMP.
That's fair enough. This one's a sort of realmy one, I think. Okay. Onat, thank you so much for the 12 months. That was supposed to be a sub message. No, it's fine. You declared it, and you should stand by that. Thank you so much for the 12 months, a whole year. Congrats. Grab that subby. Thank you. Frequent Spanish lessons. I've forgotten almost all of that. Fair enough. I used to learn German, and I've forgotten almost all of it. I don't think I really knew it ever, to be honest. If I'll be real, but okay. It's called An Aberrant Log by Riley Raccoon. I don't know how to spell it. Let's say it. So far in this limitless world, limited. Like I read limitless as limited. Good start. So far in this limitless world of creativity and survival, my latest adventures have given me access to other planes to watch and observe from my own. This most concerning one, simply called the Realm, keepers ask for cooperation for synergy. Instead, conflict ensues and grows like thorns on a rose. What intrigues me the most is the existence of another rift in the world known as the Null. Both are devoid of life or color, but I managed to find one key difference. The Null is endless, whilst Limbo has access to other worlds and planes. This is most curious indeed. I must continue my experiments. Oh, that's the end. Nice, I like it. Who is this guy? Who is this? Thank you for writing that one. I like it. Nice little lore snippet. And universe stuff is really cool. Thank you very much. Make it say Italian, Spanish, and French all at the same time, and then they let us pick one, and we'd only do that one. We never, for us, it was like they literally just randomly picked that one half of the year would learn German, and then the other half of the year would learn French at the beginning of like year 7, which is like when you get to secondary school, so like high school. And then you had the option to like do the other one as well a few years in. I tried it. I was in the German one, and I tried doing the, what the fuck was happening to what's happening? This is not network stuff. This is just my computer. What the fuck's happening? Why does it do this? Windows Defender's just randomly been going, haha, hello, I'm going to use all of your computer. And I was like, don't do that. I didn't ask you to do that. Stop doing that. Okay, whatever. I'll wait for it to stop. Doing German now, it's Hellspawn. See, I found German way easier to pick up the basics of than French. French was just completely different to English. They teach language classes really late in school. Yeah, I never did. So the only language I did in primary school, which is when you're like a young child, you start that at like 5, 6, was Welsh, because I'm from Wales, and so they teach everybody Welsh. So, which is to be expected. But I didn't do any other languages than Welsh until we were like 11. French was really hard. I did German. I quite liked German. And I carried on doing it. I did German into like A level because I enjoyed it. French, I just could not get my head around whatsoever. Oh, English isn't your first language? That makes sense, Anarch. I get you. It was easy for me because I get you. It was easy for me because English is my first language. As a native German speaker, I have no idea how people can learn this language. It was, I think, but the thing is, English is a very hard one to learn, is the thing. All right, let me read this one. What was this one called again? Oh, wait, did I? No, I've already signed that one and put it away. I need to put in, there isn't one on the book. I need to just actually paste it. Okay, this one, oh. This one's called YIBC by George Pickler. I am be the sea because to me the sea seems to be a pretty cool thing to be. Yeah, you're right, man. Yeah. YIBC. Thank you, George Pickler. Cute little... I don't even know what to call that. Like, I am be the sea because to me the sea seems to be a pretty cool thing to be. I feel like it's almost poetry. I'm going to put that in poetry, I think. To me, that's where it goes. Dare D-Das, just guess and hope for the best. Honestly, yeah. Peak. These cute little snippets are like... Well, you guys like those the most. I like them a lot as well. Things that are fun to say and hear. Beep, beep, beep. Ooh, this one's cool. This one gets a bit very meta, but in a spooky way, honestly. Hold on. This is by Tamrin. Oh, just open my folders. My bad. It's called Hell and Heaven. It is realm based. Hello, Tamrin. Oh, it's mine. Yay! Hi, Tamrin. Let me read this. Hold on. Yeah, it's called Hell and Heaven by Tamrin. Ready? Once there was an angel fallen from heaven with its halo and wings intact, and a demon who managed to crawl its way up to the heaven it was banished from. The two meet and their contradictory existences create a paradox, a rot, a corruption. Two divine outcasts together in a twisted mix of vice and morbid curiosity. They carefully created calamities and wrought them upon a helpless kingdom inhabited by pitiful people clinging to what they used to have, and now new toys enter the fray. You poor Outworlders have no idea what's coming, but this was crazy, but you, Bekyamon, are just a toy. You're a story waiting to be told. How much control of your own story do you truly have here? So many stories under your watch, but what of your own? Your destiny is being written in ink as we speak. Be careful. The angel below and the demon above are watching, and they have hate an unsatisfying story. Don't disappoint, lest your final pages be covered in your own blood. That's sick, Tamrin. I was reading it, scanning it over on the thing. It's weird when I'm just reading a book and it's just like Bekyamon. Like it just talks directly to me all of a sudden. I'm like, oh, why are you threatening me, book? What the heck? Tamrin, thank you very much for that one. It's very cool. I will put that in the realm box. Snинema. Scary when I'm reading, I'm like, oh wow, nice books, and then it's just like, I'm now going to refer to you directly, and I'm like, I've been perceived. Help me. This one's realm as well. Realm. I like the realm. Oh, too long. Hate being perceived, worst feeling. Can't relate. This would be a really bad job to have if I really hated being perceived, you know? Me when I try my absolute bestest to be perceived all the time. Okay, this is called... Oh, it's not got a title. But it's by Mythical, but not Mythic. A different Mythical. I'll put some kind of placeholder, probably. Okay. Once upon a time, it's too monotonous to start a common story with. However, sometimes it's simply necessary to begin a tale such as this. Something so out of place as this. Something out of a fairy tale that you would tell your children at night, because it must begin as such. Once upon a time, there was a man, as ordinary as you or I, that lived in the kingdom of Null. He did his job, served his nobles, and loved his family, but one day he fell ill. It was not any normal illness, it rather took the appearance of a corruption of sorts. It spread quickly across his person, his memories, until all that was left was a maddening desire to destroy, corrupt, and hurt everything in the kingdom. Terrified, the nobles decided to move him away for his and our safety, with anchors to ensure his safety, and tethered him to the plane. He had gone too far, and the kingdom decided to end the threat once and for all, but to no avail. The following years only gave way to calamities and the eventual fall of the kingdom. Oh, it's called The Beginning? Okay, cool. Not much is remembered now, just faint memories of better, peaceful times. Luckily, however, those who remained called upon the Outworlders and guided them to finish what we could not. We will prevail. Nice! Like it. Little bit of word lore. Little bit of word lore. It's called The Beginning, you said? The Beginning. I'll put your name in. Beep. Bang. Thank you for that one. Little bit of world lore. Yippee. Up. Newspaper job application for a therapist. Dude, they'd be overworked, though. There'd be so many cases that people need therapy on this damn server. Realm lore. Well, Realmwood lore. Realmwood lore. I'm just having a look. Okay, cool. Right. This is called The Clockmaker's Gift by Lady Lydia. Went back 3 days, found you reacted to my Breaking Bad. Oh, that was yours? The Breaking Bad? It was really cool. I really liked it. That was you made Breaking Bad into like high fantasy prose. That was really sick. Yeah, no, I did like that one. Okay. Bang. I should make a book series, dude. Write books. We need more books written by people. Okay, ready? This one is called I'm assuming it's got to have spaces. Clockmaker's Gift by Lady Lydia. In a dusty corner of Vienna's antique district stood a small crooked shop called Zeit & Co., known only to the truly curious. It smelled of brass, old paper, and a touch of ozone like the air before a thunderstorm. Behind the counter sat an old man with silver-rimmed glasses and a pocket watch that never ticked. His name was Emil, though nobody ever asked. Vienna mention. Vienna mention. Chat, I really like it when you guys do that. When, like, I'll say a word or something, and then you guys will go, mention. It fucking sends me, because it's, like, one of you just going, Vienna mention. Or, like, just the most niche thing ever. And you're just getting excited. It's so fun. Anyway, one rainy Tuesday, a young woman named Mira stumbled inside, escaping the cold. She was a grad student in theoretical physics, skeptical of everything but math. The shop, cluttered with clocks of every size and era, charmed her instantly. You're late, Emil said, not looking up from a dusty ledger. Excuse me? I've been waiting since eight. Fucking hell, I can't read. Sorry. Excuse me? I've been waiting. God! Girl, please. I've been waiting since 1893. Mira blinked. I think you've got the wrong person. God, I really couldn't do that one. Emil smiled, motioning to a strange contraption on the counter. Part watch, part compass, part impossible. You left this here, he said, placing it in her hand. You told me to keep it safe until you returned. Mira turned the object over. It hummed in her palm. Symbols spiraled across its surface, ones she recognized from her own notes. Equations she hadn't yet published. Who are you? She asked, her voice suddenly small. I'm just the clockmaker, Emil said, and for a moment he looked much younger. You built it, or rather, you will. You travelled far, too far, lost in the folds of time. Mira stared at the device, her heart beat faster, matching its rhythm. Why did I come back? To stop something, he said. You never told me what, only that you had to. Outside, the rain turned to snow. The clocks ticked, then stopped all at once. The device in Mira's hand fled to life, casting shadows backwards. And just like that, she was gone. Emil returned to his ledger, crossing off another date. He smiled sadly. She always comes back, he whispered. That's so good. I love a little, time travel, but, like, make it mysterious. Maker's gift. Thank you, Lady Lydia. That was very well written, and I liked it a lot. Like classic, like time travel. Time travel visits something, and she hasn't actually been there, but she definitely was there at some point, and that's so cool. That's so cool. Hey, Harry's looking really good today. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Love a bit of time story. Did you get any of the Yearn Home or Menace capes? I didn't actually. I did not. I do not have any of the capes with Jack Black's face on it. On the Elytra. Which, you know, is sad, some might say. Some. I'm gonna put this one on the list because I get this is a big piece, but it's definitely based in like a completely different SMP. This one's called Flower in Bloom. A little poem. Very nice. Little poem. By... What is this by? Oh. Hiya. It's tapped out. Flower in Bloom by Mad J-Man. I once saw a flower blooming. It was really quite serene and soothing. But then one day a thunderstorm struck. The blossoming flower had seemingly run out of luck. But through the storm, the flower stood tall, proving to the world that it would not fall. Oh, nice. Yeah, thank you for Flower in Bloom, Mad J-Man. You're going in the poetry box. Mad... Oh, I'll just paste it. There we go. Poem box. Very nice. Poetry is a lot. So much of the poetry's come out so nice. Let's grab some of these. Beep 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 beep. Why do I have one carrot? What's going on? What's this? I don't need that. I don't need one singular carrot. Poem. Yips. Nearly done. Okay, let's pop that in there. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. Next one. I think this is another land duo one. I will allow it because it's a poem, I think. Cannot wait to take my Yuri date to the library on a date to read poetry. Sounds great. There's lots of good poetry. Hiya. Hello. Alright, I think this is a land duo, I think. But it's a poem, and I'm biased. That was oddly timed. Not the Yuri date mention and then Amy appearing. That's crazy. If I just take that. Hi, it's me. Okay. This one is called Opposed by Passing Nights. Oh, hello, Passing Nights. That was crazy timing. You've just joined as I'm doing yours. That's crazy. Okay. A flow in yellow ichor, golden lies. The crown, its king, the gentle beacon light. In time, opposed by wings and vulture eyes, whose enemy's grin holds 1,000 nights. Very good. Very good. Two lives entangled by Eternal's game, these teeth and hands know rot of flesh and blood, whose cravings run the thrill their chase remains, still palms surrender to this realm beloved. Dude, that's so sick. It's a sonnet. Yeah, mate, this flows really well. The kingdom skies welcome the sun in day, her gown adorned by their own purple hands, now waves goodnight to their opposed array, where praying whispers shine in greenlit lands. Dude, I had to like get rid of the line break so it fit here, so that's why it's like that. But oh, that is so good. Far a game goes on, unknown to the world, a king, an angel fallen, undisturbed. Bars, cinema, very good. I really like that. You did really well on like keeping to the sort of rules of like how a sonnet would flow, because it did flow very well. Like I was reading it and I was like trying to get the cadence of it, and it's very good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And you arrived literally at the fucking moment that I was about to read it. How did you know? That's crazy. Thank you, Passing Nights, for Opposed. Good poem. 10 syllables. I know. It is hard. Okay, so someone's just put a Rickroll. Thank you, whoever did that. I think I should probably... I feel like it would be quite funny to just put this in a book and call it not that. And then have it, you know what I mean? And then just have people pick it up. Loads of really good poets. Like, you know, all the prose has been really, really cool as well, obviously. But poetry is hard. It's technically hard as well. And so I'm surprised at, like, how many really good and well-flowing pieces of poetry we've had. And also, poetry is dead fun to read out loud. It's really fun to read out loud for me. I feel like I sound really clever while I'm reading poetry. Yeah, I think if I do this and then call it something really innocuous. Okay, what shall I call it? Because I mean, it says it's called Rickroll, Rick Astley, but I'm like, if I call it that, no one's going to read it. I'll call it something like Secrets Untold, and then just not give it an author so it's really super mysterious, you know? I heard a firework. Same as Amy. Call it Burden. Okay, next one. I'm just checking over what we have. Beep, beep, beep. I'm gonna put this one on just to check after. There'll be a couple of exceptions to like what I'm doing today, just because it basically needs me to like fully read and look at it to see what it actually is about. Aims to appear in the background. Definitely, they definitely would. I think this is a quote from... This is a quote, so I'll list it down, but I'm not gonna put this in a book because it's a quote from another media. Where people submit poetry. It's a form that's currently shut, but I will reopen. If you follow here and on socials, which are here, or join the Discord, you'll know when I reopen. I'll reopen it for a bit. Yeah, there'll be a couple of like outstanding ones that I just need to go and look at like off stream, but it'll pretty much be all done. Okay. Okay. I'll try and do this. It's kind of impossible, unfortunately, but I can do something. Hold on. Why did it? Okay, hold on. I'll read this first. This is called The Realm SMP by Idea the Idea. This is a server where people lose their minds. Hearts are like pottery, they break so easily. Everyone is enemies with everyone. Red covers the land with regret and denial. Even if they're neutral, they'll still get dragged into a war. A king mocks a jester of his demise. Like lone wolves, some seek for friends, while others want nothing to do with them. Many are too close to Many are too close to best friends. True. Still, we are all human in different ways and forms. May we try to come together for once. Peace is still a long way away. Now, you're like, okay, cool. But this is very cool. It's actually an acrostic. So I couldn't put it per line because it doesn't fit. But it's actually an acrostic, which is the first letter of each line of this piece is important. Which is so cool. Which is so cool. Very clever. I just need to make sure I do it carefully. That's yours. Yeah, Ida, thank you so much for idea. Sorry, idea. Thank you so much for this one. So yeah, I couldn't make it fit on the pages, but yeah, if you look, it's the Realm. I don't think I can fit the whole thing on here, which is a shame. I'll see if I can. Hold on. Well, it does look like it'll fit, actually. I can do this. Oh. Yeah, there we go. Nice. I'll just get rid of this page. There we go. Nice. The Realm SMP. That's cool. I like it. I like it. Thank you, idea, for that one. The lacrosse stick. Clever. Clever format. And then I'll grab your username. Bunk, bunk, bunk. I mean, acrostic is a type of poem, technically. So I will put it in the poetry. I think it's a type of poem, I think. In my head it is. Maybe I'm just yapping and chatting shit. Chatting some shit. Okay, this is called The Traveler. Which I will paste first, and then I will read. Okay, The Traveler by Floke. I don't know how to read the name, you'll see it. I've met a traveler from a faraway land who has conquered near and far. Remains of history in his hand. He begins his tale, face marred by a scar. Once there was a country led by an immortal soul, wary of Ozymandias' story, protecting his people the only goal. Along my voyage, I witnessed history. Hear my advice for this not to fail. Don't let your country become a long-lost mystery, for this not to be a cautionary tale. The traveler went his never-ending charge, alone in his lament, conflict at large. Nice. Another poem, another W poem, W poetry. Bam, 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 bam. Poetry. Oh, I had a lot of poems today. Poems. Thank you, Floke, for that one. Appreciate it. Hello, welcome, Waste of War. Okay, this is about Pirates SMP, which I know, yeah, sure, I'm biased. I was on Pirates SMP, so IDC. It's also very meta, so, you know, whatever. Pirates. It's very, like, it's a meta rant about Pirates SMP. This is apparently from the #1 Kites enjoyer. Kites was one of the factions in Pirates SMP, and it was the one that I was in. It was one of those. It was like, because I don't know what happened, but just maybe just for the sake of the type of people that would pick this faction, because it was they combat faction. There were a lot of people that weren't online. Sorry, some reason pasting also like hijacks my thought process, so have a slight Kestrel bias. That's okay. Okay, right. This is just a rant, so I'm gonna just read it quickly, okay? I miss Pirates #1 Kites enjoyer. Okay, I can't. I'll probably have to... well, I can put it in the 18+ section, to be fair. An incredibly shit essay about why the kites are the best faction in Pirates by me, Tumblr user, Kite Faction Official. Obligatory disclaimer that this is all about the characters and also one extended bit, log off Twitter. Being a veteran MCYT, it's nice to see everyone here has a crazy amount of tragic backstory lore, batshit bloodlust, and total lack of brain cells I expect from Cube Game RP. What can I say? The gang sticks to their guns. Well, not guns, swords. Guns are for pussies. Chivalry, bravery, duty, glory, a bunch of other words that end in Y, and incredible violence. They're all here to kick shit around and then get chewed up by the narrative. But the part I really like how their reputations precede them, and it's this horrid feedback loop that keeps them from helping or being helped by the rest of pirate society. Case in point, the entirety of the Whirlpool event makes me want to eat glass. Nobody checks up on them beforehand. Beck and Cuervo, which is Crow, by the way, Crowfang, are the only ones who are still alive, to the point where Beck says she hasn't seen another kite in weeks. Nobody worries about them during the whole shit show. Yeah, sure, they care more about the eldritch goop horror you unleash than the literal possessed guy. Where are your priorities? Nobody checks up on them after. Cuervo goes around corralling nightingales, but other than that, bro is free to monologue to his heart's content. They're fine. They're the big, strong, killing for fun faction. Not to mention, every single one of these guys is a total loser / pause. Amesy does their legally required doomed Yuri and then haunts some guys. Beck is A-okay at being the final girl of a faction and then kidnaps a statue. I mean, totally normal guy. Eric kills a man for only 700 gold and sleeps through every lore event from then on. Red gets drunk and makes lifesteal references. Cuervo talks shit about the government. Roast cancelled. We need way more of that right now. CPK, I know you're in here too. I just didn't wake up in time to watch your streams. Tubbo is Tubbo. Literally, their only selling points during factioning 2 Electric Boogaloo are 1, cooler gravestones, and 2, at least they're not the herons. Live fast, die young indeed. All that being said, actual real life streamer Beck, if you're reading this, thanks for the cubito. I'm going to spin this one in my microwave of my mind for a long time. Crow, you owe me $1 million in psychological damages, but you're broke, so I'll let it slide. All the other pirate CCs, good on you too. TLDR, Sonic fandom, Eggman voice. I miss my pirates' tales. I miss them a lot. What does this fucking mean? Thank you for that. That was so funny. That got giggles out of me. I'll put it in the meta box. Meta silly box. Fuck's sake, that made me laugh. What was the bit that fucking got me the most? There was a bit that got me. There's a total loop. Amesy does their legally required doomed Yuri. Fuck's sakes. I'm gonna spin this one in the microwave of my mind for a long time. God. That's so funny. Okay, ads are gonna run, so I'm gonna paste some books while we're running ads. This is a good time to go get a drink or something if you're an ad watcher. I won't be reading books until we're done. I miss my wife tales is applicable everywhere if you try hard enough. True. Oh, Yuri. Fate. Whoa, didn't mean to do that. It's fine. Fate by... It's raining again. It rains all the damn time here, bro. All the damn time. It's not nighttime, so I can't sleep through the damn rain. Damn it. Did the ads skip me? They're not actually started yet, is the issue. Because it says it'll count down to when the ads start and then won't run them. Which is a fun prank it plays on me. So, you know, it's fine. I'll just keep pasting for now and yapping, and then we'll when they run, they'll run, I guess. Maybe one day. Who knows? Okay, this is sign this one. Oh, no. What is it? What is it? Null guide part 1. Potential ad revenue pog. Yeah, no, it's supposed to run. It's supposed to be running now, and I don't think they are at all, which is really great. Thank you so much. Ah, there they are. Ah, yes, only like minutes after it said it was going to. Ah. Sorry. Sorry. It's fucking for the rage. This was long, but that's fine. This is cool. I'll paste this. This was actually a long one, so it's probably a good time to paste it anyway. Hoo hoo hoo. I'm helping. I'm helping. You are helping. You are helping. How we doing? Subscribers / non-ad watchers that have dodged the ads again. Okay. What? Hello, hello. Oh, it's not really. It's too long. Ah, there they are, the loudest music ever. My volume is so low. That's annoying. Sorry. Yeah, I wish it would. I think this is like a kind of problem across a lot of platforms where like the ads just play way louder than the media that you're watching, and then they interrupt and it's like, bah, flashbang, wowie, shock. So this is about the Grok, which apparently is from like the Moomins, but it's like the writing is original. It's just not about an original character thing. Moomins. I honestly know so little about the Moomins. I know that recently it's been on. They're on like a lot of merch. I never watched them when I was a kid. Does this fit? No. None of them do. Read all the books. Oh, nice. Cute. Love the Moomins. I think the ads have their own volume. It's cringe. That's cringe. If not yapping, I'm helping someone create a trailer from MC Improv Show. Oh, nice. That's cute. The books are awesome. Oh, cool. Alrighty. I will wait for the ads to be done. They're nearly done, though. What's this? Called Grok's Warmth. Signed book. Oh. Catapult me. I'll read them again. Right. Okay. Ready? I think there's 10 seconds on the ads, which is fine. That's good. I'll wait for those to be done. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Wee. Wee. It says 3 seconds. Yay. Okay. Ready? Alrighty. This is called Fate. It's by oh fuck, I messed up the. It's Liz Moon, not Is Moon. Fuck's sake. Okay, it's Liz Moon. I don't know if I can re-sign it is the issue. Can I? Let me try. Maybe this will break everything. Oh yeah, okay. No, it does not work. Okay, well, I'll rewrite this one off stream then. Hold on, let me check what number it is. I guess this one? Yeah, I don't know how I managed to do that. My bad. Oopsie. Right, this is Fate by Liz Moon. Okay. But when the world ends, they will look at her with the same eyes they did the first time they met. She won't know, but she was their everything. But maybe in another time, another realm, they are each other's forever. And I will note that the author did put Aimros on this one. That's who it's about. So there you go. If you wanted that one. So stop you wondering. Little of romantic, sad romantic, doomed Yuri. A little bit of doomed Yuri, you know. Okay, this one's called Null Guide Part 1 by Golden Wreath. Hello, fellow travelers. For those who want to travel into the Null, the first part will cover a packing list. Bedrolls, yummy food, I recommend the average lost soul. Toxic Yuri couple, this will help for both entertainment and random tips for future therapy. Plenty of water. Remember to stay hydrated. It is important to always have daily necessities on hand, such as those mentioned above. Thank you, Golden Wreath, for that one. I don't know. Actually, I think it's probably that one, yeah. Then this one is Grok's Warmth. This is about the Moomin character. Yeah, let me pop back some. We're nearly done with these now. I'm probably going to end stream once I've finished actually putting the books in, because I'm quite tired. I'm tired than I thought, and I think I'd like to hit the ground running with, like, sorting on a day where I am actually well rested. Okay. So we're nearly at the end of them now. A cold breeze sweeping through the valley announces her arrival. She haunts her way through mountain paths as frost lines her step and fog hides her form. Her mountain-like silhouette slowly descends to the edge of the valley, travelling her usual path. In front of her sits a village, normally quaint and idyllic, now a ghost town. Not a new sight for her. Behind locked doors and drawn curtains, people hide under covers or by dying embers, hoping to survive her all-engulfing chill. So frightened by her, what she might do to them. The Groke doesn't stop, knowing that no door will open for her. She glances at the window she passes, all now frosted over. She doesn't waver, disappearing into the woods quietly. As though a ghost, she stalks through the pines and spruces of the forest, looking for any sign of life. No birds sing and no critters chatter, not for her. All she can find is small patches of wildflowers that have already wilted and frozen over by the time she gets anywhere close to them, as they always are. Oh. The Groke stops on her tracks as she notices a glint of light between the trees. A small oil lamp sits at the edge of the forest, most likely left there by a creature frightened away by the Groke's approach. As if hypnotized by it, she cuts through the woods, now rushing to her target. Though her large frame makes it difficult, she kneels by the lamp. Close but not yet touching, her head is still buzzing, a small hope filling her once again. She brings her icy hand near the lamp's glass. Still mesmerized by the slowly dying flame inside, just barely too far from her touch. Her all too familiar but yet still so cruel fate. Always too far. She's cold, she's always cold. Not ever having a flame of her own, never being able to enjoy the warmth of flames of others. She suffocates them, stealing their flame to keep herself warm. But she never is, and maybe she never will be. Try as she might, all she does is take, and it's never enough. As she finally makes contact with the lamp's glass, it freezes and cracks. The flickering spark finally fizzles out, as they always do. She sits there for a bit before continuing on her way, disappearing back into the woods, looking for the next light, the next flame that might for once make her feel warm. Maybe one day. Oh, that's just so sad. Oh, sad. Thank you, Catapult Me, for Groke's warmth, for Sharon. It's very, very, very nice little piece, but sad. Whee! Hiya. Okay. Oh, sad. Oh. Alright, that's all of the ones I did in the ad break. Let's carry on. Let's finish off. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is it? Is this a Shadow of Israfel reference? This is a Shadow of Israfel. Oh my god. No fucking way, dude. Who knows what Shadow of Israfel is? This is like... does anybody... No, you guys don't know, do you? Oh my god, I'm too old for this. Here? Okay, phew. There's a couple of you. I'm too old for this. Shadow of Israfel, right? The Yogs cast. You probably know... You might know who the Yogs cast are. It's old. Shadow of Israfel is old. So everyone who knows it is going to be old. It's... I would honestly... I would describe it as like... It was like a scripted lore server before that was a thing. You know, a scripted story-based thing. Like they were telling a story in Minecraft, but using it was like almost fully scripted. Like they would improv the actual interactions, but all of the NPCs would be played by people. Like a lore server, but not really. It was like they would have these big builds, and it was like a story told through. It was, I don't know, it's really hard to describe. It's a lot like, there's a lot more of those things now, but it was, yeah. It was like back in the day, though. This is back in the day. I don't know, when Shadow of Israfel, episode 1. I'm trying to see what the date is. 2011, the first. 2011. So this is like old as shit. I was reading it, I was like, why do I know these fucking names? So, oh my god, dude. Okay. Oh, did this work? Yeah. So who did this one? The Little Seeker. It's called Shadows. Okay, cool. They actually used the Scribble mod to like get the book and then pasted it in. Like peculiar, yeah. Plot points, yeah. So it was like plot points were written out they would go through like set pieces, like, you know, there would be builds that they would then go through and then be led, like, you know, be sent to the next people. And then, but then like the interactions and like the actual scenes themselves were just improv'd. But it was weird. It was like ahead of its time in a lot of ways. Because there's so much story-based Minecraft stuff now, but that was in the time of like, it was all Let's Plays. Like that was in the Let's Play era of like Minecraft, you know? Sounds magical. Yeah, it was, you know, it's it's also to an extent, I think, a product of the time. And like, it was like, I haven't actually watched it in so many years, but when I watched it, I fucking loved it when I was younger. The other people felt like NPCs. Yeah, the other people, so there were other players, but they would play but not speak. The other players would come up in chat, and then Simon and Lewis, who were the main two that were the people actually playing it, they would voice the text lines for the other characters as well. So they'd be like, what are you doing here? And then like they would just change voice and read whatever the text that came up in chat was, which is so interesting. It was a very interesting format for the storytelling, but it was really good. And then but it never ended, chat. It never ended. They never finished it. I think I mean, there's a lot of theories as to what actually happened, but the main one was that I think the world was corrupted or something, and so they couldn't finish. Then the builds were all gone, and the project kind of fell apart, I presume, to an extent, which is really sad because it was very good. But you know. Anyway, this is about that. So this is called Shadows, and it's by The Little Seeker. I was 10 when it happened, when the heroes that were meant to save the world vanished. Okay, so is this about when they left? And while I'd never seen them in person, at least up close, it was hard not to hear talk of them after they'd showed up. After all, we didn't get many dwarfs in Mistral City, and very much less did we ever have a spaceman either. I'm still not quite sure what the difference between a man and a spaceman is. Oh well, I guess it's not like it matters now. They were nice, though. At least I'd heard they were. When they first arrived, they helped an older-looking man to his family home. What was left of it, at least. It had been burning for days by the time they got into the city. And they were nice enough to Granny Bacon. She seemed to like the dwarf a lot. I miss her tea shop. I kind of miss Mr. Astley, too. He was a great neighbor, even for a creeper. Whatever, I'll move on. Obviously, I don't know exactly what happened. They were doing something for a while, and then there was an attack. Mistral City was attacked by someone, a pirate, I think. They burnt it to the ground. There was nothing left of my house. I, like many others, fled to Icaria. It was a lot bigger than Mistral, less comfy, but much more secure, at least. Bigger walls by the port and what looked like to be a glass dome of some kind just offshore. It was nice while it lasted. Now, for the real reason anybody would want to read this book, and bear with me, I was 10. I don't know exactly what happened to the heroes. There were always these tall tales and theories as to what really went on, but as far as I know, their allies had sight of them 1 minute and then the next they were gone, disappeared, just like that. It's not like teleportation magic is impossible. I mean, that's how Fumblemore brought his tower to Icaria after all. But for me, an orphan 10-year-old who just had to evacuate the only place he knew his home, I was a little bit mad. The dwarf and the spaceman were just gone, and I hated them for it. They were meant to save the world, all of Minecraftia. Of course I was mad. I didn't understand that they didn't just run off away from their responsibilities. They were actually just gone. But at least now I don't hate them anymore. I feel sorry for them. Sorry that they died, maybe? I mean, no one knows what happened. Maybe they were killed and it was covered up, or teleported right into the enemy's grasp. I don't know. What I do know is I wanted out of it all. The war, the sands, that realm. After some pestering, Fumblemore finally let me try a teleportation spell. It let me leave that realm, and I don't really plan on going back. So I'll never learn what actually happened to them. Nor their names, they're just the dwarf and the spaceman to me. One thing I've learned since, though, is that it's pretty difficult to be a hero. So despite it all, thank you, the dwarf and the spaceman. Thank you for trying. That's so cool. That's really well told. Like, it does mean nothing to you if you don't know what the Shadow of Israel is. But it means something to me because I do know what that is. And that was a crazy whiplash of a reference to just come in 2025 in this era of, like, Minecraft content. Is that my build? This is my build. I built this library, yes. They told about it. One of the players' many logins of account just changed the password and ghosted them. Yeah, the thing is, it's like there were a lot of people involved, and then there was probably lots of points of failure in that sense. There's a law reason for these books appearing in this realm, possibly. I like that. Thank you, the little seeker. That made me happy. Okay, this is a poem, I think. It's called Sluggish Fate. Like Slug It Sloosh, maybe? Lovely library. Thank you. Okay. Plenty people neat and tidy, molded into sluggish forms by no other than Keepers Almighty, whom can break the realm's all norms. Oh, the mistrust, oh, the pity that haunts their bodies, minds. Will they find their sort and clarity, or still be kept in binds? Question hangs between the lines unspoken yet.
Becky, yeah, man. Becky.
Hello.
Yeah, man. Hey, I got a gift for you. Hold on.
A gift? I love gifts.
Look who's here! Come here, buddy.
Oh, hiya! Oh, long time no see.
Look.
Long time no lich.
He's been on Valorant.
Oh no! What rank is he? What rank are you?
He's not playing off very well, as you can tell by his upset.
You could have said anything there, but you know it's okay. I appreciate
like
that
to
you're
lie.
honest.
He doesn't like to lie about his Valorant rank. You see. How you feeling? Have you been writing?
No, I've been reading.
Doing books.
Yeah.
Reading? Oh, any good ones?
Yeah, a lot. I'm nearly at the end now. Nearly done.
Can I see any?
I'll probably be sorting them soon, so
That's fine.
I'll
That's
let you
fine. Then
know.
I can look. All right. Let me give me a message if there's any I can read.
Okay, I'll probably. I mean, it'll probably be a different day now because I'm
That's fair,
gonna
that's fair.
finish these up.
All right.
Yeah.
Lock in. All right. Come on, Itchy.
Bye.
Bye.
I'll reread this poem because I was nearly at the end of it. Okay, hold on. Back in. Lock back in, guys. Lock back in. What's this called again? Sluggish Fate by Ateragnus. Plenty people neat and tidy, molded into sluggish forms by no other than Keepers Almighty, whom can break the realm's all norms. Oh, the mistrust, oh, the pity that haunts their bodies, minds. Will they find their sought on clarity or still be kept in binds? The question hangs between the lines, unspoken yet or known. Will Keepers free these souls soon times, or reap what they have sown? Very nice. Very good. Like it. All the poems go crazy. Let me just get that down. And then this down. Poem box now. That's the new one. Beep. Lock in. Few more. Okay, this book is called Key to It All by Katie4289. Fortnite. That's it. That's the whole book. It's Fortnite. Apparently, the key to it all is Fortnite. Sure. Thank you, Katie, for that one. Yippee! I just cheered. Oh, key to it all. It just says Fortnite. It's just Fortnite. Put that in the meta silly box. Meta/silly box. Bim, 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 bim. This is just a quote from something. Hang on, let me put that in the list. This one's called Time. ... Actually. Oh wait, the sneeze. Oh my god, I was about to sneeze. Wait. Oh my god, I've been charging that. I've been waiting for that all stream. That's crazy. God. I was really keeping you on your toes with that one. You can leave now, as it's tension's over. I literally, as I was on the starting stream, was like, I'm gonna sneeze, and it's finally happened. That's crazy. Right, this one's called Time by Clockwork. Time is our enemy. We want more of it. There isn't enough of it. Time. Are we running out of time? Short but sweet. Thank you. Time, and then by Clockwork. There we go. Thank you. Beep. Boink. Okay. Next one. T. Where's T-Hawk? T-Hawk, you're here. Ha 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 ha. I gotcha. This is T-Hawks. Among the Reeds. Pop it in the book. Hello. Whoa. Okay, this one, yeah. Among the Reeds by T. Thank you, T. Winter's wind rustles the roots of language, sapling spreading into an ancient arch. Rain caught in a lexicon of fuck. I want to get this right. Damn it, I'm doing it again. Winter's wind rustles the roots of language, sapling spreading into an ancient arch. Rain caught in a lexicon of leaves, plants water into my head, my scalp, my skull. The downstream tug drags my tongue, digs my souls into muddy prose. Among the reeds, breathe in the seagull cry of poetry. Let the weeds weave between my veins, my pulse, my heart. Ooh, good. I like that. Ooh, yes, good stuff. Thank you, T. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice prose. Very nice poetry. Very good. I love it. People clap. People clap. Thank you, T. Yippee! So much good poetry. Today, especially, is like a high concentration of good poetry. Board gear reference. This one's a board gear one. Thank you, T, for submitting that as well. Appreciate it. Huh. Okay, this one's called Spinning Cow. Oh, this was by ADO as well. I will allow it because it's about board gear. There once was a spinning cow. He would spin round and round, but he wasn't always this way. He grew up eating grass. His life was a blast. But one day he found a library. It was quiet and silently. The books were yearning. He was excited that he started twisting and turning. They named him Borger, and they loved him. That is the story of the spinning cow. Legends say he's still spinning around. Borger, look, Borger, a book about you. A book about you, Borger. It's you! Borger. Borger. I will count that as poetry because it did rhyme. Thank you, Adia, for that one as well. I'm gonna have to translate this one. Because I can't. It's in Afrikaans. Africa. Okay, this is about... Okay, I'll read it translated and then I'll paste it. It's called... Okay, I need to find out what this is called as well. It's called Foolish Poem. Once upon a time, there was a man with a golden body. He lived a long time. It was written in the books. I acknowledge this is a poem, and it probably rhymes in the language it's written in. It won't rhyme in the language in English, probably, obviously. So, you know, yeah. He lived a long time. It was written in the books. Nothing can kill him, but many have tried. His body may break into 1,000 pieces, but his life begins again. In this world, he is the light, like the torches he places. With a crown and a sword, he rules the realm. Everyone listens when he speaks. Hell yeah. I'll paste it in as is, and then I will probably include a translation because it is not in... It is in Afrikaans, which is very cool. Regards from South Africa. Hello. I'll put the translation in just for the sake of if somebody does read it. Okay, /sign book. And then it's I genuinely don't know how to pronounce a single word of this. I'm gonna be real honest. And this is by Eva Sefi. Thank you so much for submitting that one.
Becky?
Yeah?
Can you come quickly just outside a minute and tell me if you think the moon is moving too quick?
Okay.
Wait for it to... I don't know if you can see... It turned nighttime so quickly.
Yeah, I'm actually realizing now that that is probably... Yeah. Now you're saying that. I think it is a little bit... Yeah, a little bit sped up. A little bit.
Next question, is this law or is this something that
I don't
is
know.
actually broken?
I don't know. It's a great question. Great follow-up question.
The moon has been a problem before.
The moon has... Lich. Hello, Lich. Do you have any idea what that might be?
No idea.
Okay.
Our keeper's gonna appear and go, it's gonna
appear and just look at it and go, oh, weird that.
Oh, it's a bit weird that is. No, but
yeah, I think that's a little, it's the tick speed's fast.
The thing is though, but the problem is that my fishing is normal. Like I'm doing normal speed, it's 4 seconds.
Huh.
That's what I'm Wait, is it?
I don't know.
We would know from a mob. Sorry, I've distracted you.
No, that's fine. I'm actually done.
Oh, okay,
I just did the last
Wait,
one.
hold on. Actually, I can test it from here. How fast do you move, buddy? Is he moving quicker?
No, not really.
Wait, hold on.
It's very hard
wait.
to tell, I'll be honest.
Oh, wait, you have a clock.
Well, it'll just... I mean, it's hard... I don't know what the normal speed of a clock is.
Oh, good point, good point. Interesting. Sorry, I'm sorry. I got very distracted by how quick it went to nighttime, and then suddenly the moon was on her way. Are you spinning?
It.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
let's, like,
spin! Double
yeah.
spin!
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, buddy.
Oh, mate. Bro was not invited to the party.
Pro is not invited to the spin party. Yay!
Yay! Yay! Okay.
Okay. All right.
Well,
Let's see you
yeah,
back to
it feels like it's going a little bit fast, so...
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll go back.
Goodbye. I'm already going now, anyway.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Miss you.
I'm literally still here.
Miss you.
You can't miss me, I'm still here.
Miss you.
No. Well,
Love you and miss you.
okay.
Mwah.
Okay, boink, boink. Boink, boink, boink. Right, that was the last one. I wasn't lying. That one, the one in Afrikaans, that was the last one on the list. And I'm going to call stream there because I'm tired than I thought I'd be. And I'm going to go and have a little rest and eat some food and do some things like that. We've gone to the end of the first batch. It was like 250 or so books. Probably ended up as like 230-ish in the end. There are some left that I need to double check and I'll put in, and then if there are any left over, I'll read it. Next step is to kind of go in and like make them pretty, figure out what shelves I'm going to put them on and like where those shelves are going to go and which sections. But I was going to do that today, but I'm a bit like, I'm a bit sluggish. So I'm going to do that. The form will reopen. So I will be very clear about when that happens and how long it's for, and there'll be some updated sort of guidelines and rules to make it a little bit easier and stuff like that. So, I will see you guys. When will I see you? I don't know. When is my... Okay. I think I will be live. I think I might take the day off tomorrow. I'm not sure. I think I'm either going to be live tomorrow or Friday. But probably tomorrow, realistically. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to see you guys soon. You'll know if you join my Discord, you'll know when I'm live. But it probably tomorrow. I'd like to say tomorrow. I'm optimistic about it being tomorrow. But yes, thank you much for watching the stream, though. I will go and raid someone. If Amy's live, then I will go and raid Amy, probably. Na 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 na. Dee 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 dee. Okay, raid AMC. Bang. Right. Go and say hi to Amy for me. Have a lovely evening, and I will see you soon. If you are new, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed reading people's stories. Please keep writing, guys. Just in general, not just for this, just in general, please keep writing. It's important to keep writing. Check out the Discord if you're new. Drop a follow as well. It's free, and you just press a little button. It's just right there. Well, check out the socials at Bekyamon on everything as well. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow or in a couple days. Either way, there'll be a couple more streams this week. Anyways. See you guys then. We'll get to like making the books all pretty and putting them in nice shelves and actually filling up this damn library finally. So see you guys. Bye bye.